I think it's that I look at my whole life and I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
They're co-hosts, not lovers. Right? Welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Bodies in it?
Yeah.
And Mars is panicking looking for ways to turn this music down?
He has no idea how to do it.
We hear you now.
Oh, Travis here. Wait, you couldn't hear us?
No. Whatever you've been talking about for 2 minutes isn't heard by anyone.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, was it? Off the air.
It was really good. It was some of the best stuff we've ever done.
Apparently we've been off the air for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
what happened, Travis?
I don't know.
How did it work yesterday but not today?
It worked when I was talking to Sam.
Just another crazy day in New York.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, in New York. So we basically said, Sam made an announcement about his sexuality at the top of the show. Go ahead, Sam.
No, what I said was...
That's not what you said.
Everything. I said, first of all, we're here live in L.A., hence the technical difficulties, and the reason that we're starting live at 11 in the morning East Coast instead of New York time. But...
Does she get applause for that? Like, you know how radio shows will have, like, applause built in? Like, like cheers?
Here we are in Los Angeles.
Yeah, like I want that to sound like we got a bunch of people in here.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that goes on here in the L.A. studio.
This fucking... I just saw Covino and Rich in the men's room.
Yeah.
I think caught them is more like it. And I said to them, I'm like, isn't it boring in this... And they're like, dude, what do you mean, the dentist's office?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in this building.
Jim and I got to sit outside the studio and just have a nice, quiet breakfast before the show.
It was really, really fucking... I mean, Ellis is in the next... studio, but he has his own little like an office area back there. Like,
it's funny the way Ellis has set it up because he obviously set it up just like Howard, except everything is shrunk here in L.A. Mm-hmm. So like Ellis has an office that leads into his studio, but he shuts his office door. So there's people in there, and he's got like 4 or 5 people that work on the show. So I guess there's some kind of energy that goes on in there. And I've been in there when he was doing the afternoon show, and it was like there was an energy because there was 4 or 5 people. But that door stays shut.
Yep.
Ellis has his own wing, you know. And other than that, it's like a small lobby and then 3 or 4 little studios.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's like 7 in the morning here, which for radio is not early.
No.
You know, 7 in the morning is when 7, 8 in the morning is when all the shows are on the air.
There should be a hustle and bustle by 7 a.m.
There's neither of those two things. No. It's just poor Covino and Rich like in their quiet studio over there. Just doing their thing. Nobody knows if they're here or not. One engineer who's walking around like, you guys okay? You'd think he'd be overwhelmed. But he's not. He's got a perfectly suitable amount of work. He does a great job.
And when you can walk to the, and when you want to walk to the kitchen, you have to actually leave.
Yeah.
And swipe into another, it's like, it's a typical office building.
It is. It is.
I never thought I'd miss the energy of New York Sirius. But just seeing people in the hall, seeing women walk around, other guests, just life that has nothing to do with our show.
Right.
It distracts you a little bit on breaks. And it's nice to go to the bathroom and talk to, there's the girl from whatever channel. Or there's the, look who's coming in today. It's just, it keeps
or
your mind busy.
Somebody comes up to you and goes like, I heard your show. Or, you guys are doing great. Or like whatever it is.
It'd be nice if we ever hear that.
I'm saying it, hopefully.
Someday.
At some point.
Yeah.
But there's some kind of a hubbub and a buzz, And that's not happening here. No hubbub.
Hubbub and a buzz.
You don't want hubbub?
Or buzz.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah. What I was saying.
You just sucked the life out of me.
Before we were, there's not that much in.
I know. That's why it was an easy job.
Before we were on the air, I was saying last night, I was walking around L.A. a little bit. There was nobody in costume.
Where were you, though?
It was around where the hotel is.
There were people in costume. You didn't see who I saw.
Well, I didn't go to specific clubs, I guess.
Okay.
But there was nobody. People on the street were just wearing kind of normal clothes.
Sure.
And when we drove here this morning, traffic was downright manageable. And I would like to say that all the things that you said about L.A. as a local expert yesterday.
Nuts, right?
No, none of them are true.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, none of them.
It is crazy.
Everybody's just wearing regular clothes.
Yeah.
So like yesterday when it was, everybody's walking around in their Halloween costumes, just another Monday in L.A. Not true. Not true.
I said Tuesday in L.A. I was like, just another Tuesday in L.A.
Oh, good. I would have hated to have gotten that wrong.
Yeah.
But that's not true. It didn't turn out to be.
It is true.
Like
you just can't judge the little trip from the hotel. Wait till we go back.
You think it'll be just crazy?
It's already happening out there.
So like 11 in the morning out there is when all the wild animals start to come out?
Yeah.
Oh, then I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts.
I can't wait. How was your evening?
It was uneventful. Sam and I split up yesterday. We went and did Bert Kreischer's. We did Greg Fitzsimmons' podcast, which was really fun.
Yeah.
And then we went and did Bert's podcast, which was great. But I was so tired by that point. We saw Steve-O on the way out. He had done it before. And Bert's house is being renovated. So it's a fucking disaster because his whole family, all fucking 4 of them are in one room in the front.
It's crazy, yeah. Like, you can't get into the front of the house, and then there's just a big bed in the middle of the living room.
Yeah, it looks like there's a cancer patient there. You know when someone has cancer, they put the bed in the living room?
Yeah. It's like Willy Wonka. When the 4 grandparents are all sharing one bed in the middle of the living room.
Yeah, like they're just a family of squatters who've taken over this home.
Right.
So they're having the back is the whole 70% of the house is just being renovated. So they're all living there. Bert's walking around in bare feet he literally is like Fred Flintstone.
It was really funny because he wanted to show us all the construction that was going on in the house. And he's got a great house. There's a lot of room in it, but all of it is being constructed. And he goes in and Jim goes, "Oh, that's pretty smart, Bert. Jump onto a construction site with bare feet."
Bare feet.
And he kind of gave Jim this look and then kept moving. Like he didn't even register why that would be something that you would bring up.
Bert doesn't seem to have a danger sense the way other people do. Like, it's why he's able to do the stuff he does, the way he drinks like a maniac, he jumps out of planes, does all this crazy stuff. And
I guess
keeps going. He's like almost like that Neanderthal DNA.
Right.
And I'll not say Neanderthal.
Neanderthal?
No.
He's similar to a Neanderthal.
I don't care if that's the right way. It stinks. But he's walking around there's a dirt mound in the back. He does have chickens. Oh, I have to tweet the video because somebody got very annoyed with the chickens interrupting during the podcast.
We're doing the podcast, and Bert, he listens to the show enough that he knows who Chip is.
Yeah.
But he's never actually, experienced it. So at one point, Bert tapes his podcast in his man cave.
Yeah.
And at one point, he's like, "Oh, Jim, could you just shut that door?" Because you could hear the chickens squawking, because he's got chickens in a chicken cage in his backyard.
Yes, he does.
And instead of just doing the reasonable thing, which is reaching over, shutting the door, and continuing on with the podcast that we were doing, Chip had to get up, walk over to the cages, and start yelling at the poultry. Put it up to the...
Wait. Hold on.
Put it up to the microphone.
Yeah, Chip just walked in. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. You're interrupting the podcast. Quit making a bunch of noise. At the chicken cage. Fucking chicken pieces of garbage. You can hear the chicken start to go. It reminded me of the sound. You remember that famous porn? Oh, Das Chicken is good.
Oh, yeah.
Where the chicken's like. The chicken started making that noise. I wish I would have taped another
little bit.
Yeah, because it was that was the chicken getting annoyed.
Yeah. At Chip. Everybody gets annoyed at Chip.
They stopped clucking when I walked over there. They just kind of got cautious.
They had the same reaction to a man penetrating their asshole as when Chip talked to them.
They really did. I wish I would have taped it more. It was the same Das Chicken is good noise.
Yeah.
Bert had 4 chickens. So we sat in his. It was a fun talk, but I ate candy. I ate fucking 8 of those fun size candies.
Well, I will say this too. The thing that's really annoying about Chip is that if you listen back, because Bert put the podcast out yesterday, if you listen back to the podcast, the chicken coop or whatever is far enough away that you won't hear Chip. It doesn't even have that element added to it where it's it's a fun podcast because you can hear Chip yelling at the chickens.
I just walked out.
You can't hear it.
Yeah.
Bert and I just had to continue on talking, and I had to cover for you a little bit. And just, Bert, you understand, sometimes Chip gets carried away with himself and blah, blah, blah.
I was just so annoying, those chickens. I knew he had them, but there's just fucking 4 chickens. It's like dickheads in that cage making noise.
And then here's something I didn't know about Jim Norton. Fun-size candy gives him flatulence.
Yes, it does.
Oh, Jim ate candy. First of all, if you don't believe that Jim Norton is an addict, sit him in front of a bowl of trick-or-treat candy.
When I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Normally I can say no to it. To this candy here, I won't have it. I never fucking eat
But we were
candy.
hungry. It was the afternoon.
Dude, I was just hungry. I had not eaten. I needed lunch. And I'm like, let me just have one. I was talking to Steve. I'm like, let me have a couple of M&Ms.
Right.
Fucking 9 wrappers later.
It was, yeah. He was ankle deep in candy wrappers.
But that's all the candy I'll eat for a while. Like, you feel shitty for a couple days.
Jim got in the car, and it was the worst Jim Norton fart.
Was it really?
That I've ever smelled. That's why, and you put the video out, which was so kind of you. If you watch the video, I'm leaning. I'm not looking to see if cars are coming. I had to lean out the window. It was so bad. I rolled the window down where I was sitting, and I leaned out the window. I'm just thinking about it right now.
I didn't mean to do that in the car.
Yes, you did.
It was impolite of me.
You waited until you literally sat down and went, oh.
Yeah, sometimes as soon as the door closes.
You get scared of the noise?
No, I just like it when the door closes because it's so hot. The car doesn't have time to cool off. Nice and warm.
I stuck my head out the window. I'm leaning out the window, and the fart is wafting out the window into the street, and I can smell it while my head's out the window.
Well, you got in the exit. You should just ducked right into it. It would have passed by you. That's the way to do it. If you want to get by it when someone farts, just slam your face into their crotch and let it wrap around your head and go away.
But you just know that if you're slamming your face into it, the smell might be temporary, but all the fecal particles are just swimming around you. It's just gross.
Yeah.
I just wish you wouldn't do it.
That candy was delicious.
You liked it?
I fucking 100 grands, Kit Kat, little mini Kit Kats. Which I haven't had near a Twix bar. I haven't had a Twix bar in fucking 6 years.
You had all those sweets yesterday?
Oh, did I? Little ones. The little guys.
Yeah, there were 200. I know. I saw you at least have 200 or 300 grands.
Yeah, fun size are no good because you eat fucking 11 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you do. I don't.
Oh, I can't. I don't know how you do one.
And
that's why I don't eat candy.
And then he sat there for the whole podcast just angrily staring at his gut.
Yeah, like, what am I doing? I work so hard.
Yeah.
Not be a fatty.
Throw it all away.
Yeah. So I punish myself in the gym.
And then you watch the Super Bowl. I mean, the World Series with Jonathan.
Yeah, me and Jonathan went to have sushi, and it was good to see John. He's a big Chicago fan. He's from Chicago.
He was at the first 3 games, right?
In Chicago, he was. Yeah. And it was fun to sit in a sushi place and watch the fucking Cubs.
Yeah.
Really crush the Indians 9-2. Or as I like to say, the Cubbies scalp the tribe. You don't think that's good baseball talk?
Did you see a nice sushi roll in Jonathan's pants?
Oh God! Did you see his bulge yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Jonathan came to the radio show, and he was wearing corduroys, which are really bad pants for him.
Because they cling?
They cling really well. And I was like, Sam, don't point it out until there's someone around to embarrass him.
Yeah. Did you get into the World Series at all?
It's fun to watch because I want to see the Cubs, just because they haven't won since 1908.
Yeah. I
don't really give a fuck either way. I like Cleveland people, too.
Yeah.
But it's a real rivalry because the cities are so close.
Is that right?
I mean, Chicago and Cleveland not that far. A few hours.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe a 6-hour drive.
But it's not one of those like rivalries that's been around for a long time. It's just a rivalry right now.
No, but the cities. Yeah, Cleveland and Pittsburgh is probably bigger. I'm guessing Chicago and Cleveland is a 6-hour drive, 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
It's exciting to hear about, but I just. That's why the Super Bowl I can handle, because it's one game. Like, once you get into Game 7, I get that the drama builds and the drama builds and the drama builds, but it's like I'm ready for just to find out who won.
Well, they were down 3-1, and if you're down 3-1, the odds of coming back are not good, and they wind up winning the next 2 ball games, so now it's 3-3 tie.
Is that a Chicago thing that you're doing?
It's just me being a regular dude talking baseball.
You almost said Regular Joe,
No,
and then you realized you already had a shitty character named Regular Joe, so you couldn't just be that?
No, I couldn't. Poor Cavino and Rich. This fucking
Are you still
studio,
thinking about them?
I'm thinking of. It's so dead out in this fucking studio. I'm glad we're here.
Yeah, me too.
Do some things we haven't done. I'm taping at midnight tonight on Comedy Central. And I think the guests are this guy, Ryan Stout, who's funny, and Judah Friedlander, who I love.
Uh-huh.
So, it's a fun trip.
And by the way, we still have, like, the shows are... we have Scott Aukerman coming in today.
Yes.
And I think Tom Segura is going to come in today, too.
Scott Aukerman.
What do you say, Ackerman? Aukerman?
Yeah, it's Aukerman.
Scott Aukerman?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, he's from Comedy Bang Bang. He's the co-creator, director, writer, dude of Between Two Ferns. He's done a lot.
Yeah.
And he's very, very funny. Do you like Comedy Bang Bang?
I don't watch it. I've seen moments of it.
Yeah.
But he's a funny guy.
I wonder if, like, he was upset at all. Because Reggie Watts was his guy on Comedy Bang Bang. Reggie Watts was the pseudo band leader. Because Comedy Bang Bang is like an absurdist talk show, pretty much. And Reggie Watts was the band leader. And then James Corden took Reggie Watts and actually used him as the band leader on a real talk show. So I don't know. I don't know how he feels about that. I'm sure he's fine with it.
He's the band leader on James Corden?
Yeah, Reggie Watts is, yeah.
He's a good musician, I hear.
He's a great musician. He's hilarious.
He plays a little bit of everything?
Yeah, he's very, very talented. And he beatboxes with his mouth, and it actually sounds good.
Yeah, we talked about the Fat Boys yesterday on... Where were we talking about the Fat Boys?
I don't remember.
We were somewhere, right?
We were definitely talking about the Fat Boys yesterday.
No.
Two
nights ago on Hinge
on Kill
podcast.
Tony. Yeah.
And the Fat Boys beatboxing and Dougie Fresh. And aside from that, I can't think of anybody beatboxing.
That you want to hear?
No, that I don't want to hear. I just can't think of anybody who does it.
Well, everybody kind of does it. You always hear people doing it, and it always sounds stupid.
I'm trying to look at our notes. There was a news story I wanted to talk about. The guy who shot his girlfriend in the head after she turned down his engagement.
Oh, yeah, I was reading about this.
Yeah. How weird. If there's one time in life you don't want to be assured you made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? That killed her. But she was like, that's probably the last thought she had. Well, I knew I shouldn't have married him.
Yeah, I was right.
I was right.
You would think that, and I don't know, maybe you feel like if you're in a relationship, it's not that big of a commitment, and you're not, because the reason she would have said no to his marriage proposal must have been because she knew he was fucking crazy. Or
he knew she was going to say no and he was going to kill her. He might have been like, fuck this bitch, I'm just going to ask her.
Like, she was probably going to break up with him anyway.
Yes, exactly. And when she says no, I'll kill her.
Right.
But I'll take one more shot. It's almost like a girl who never wanted to go out with you. You just walk up and go, like when I asked out this girl, Michelle, in high school, who I liked. It was not a violent interaction. It was just, I knew she was going to say no.
Yeah, I would have guessed that,
But I had to. Well, you don't even know what she looks like. How do you know? I was cute in high school.
No, I would have. First of all, I've seen your high school photos, and you weren't cute.
I was cute.
Your little buzz cut.
Not a buzz cut. I had like a little a
little crew cut.
No, I had the bangs, which I would make with a bobby pin.
What?
I made my bangs with a bobby pin.
Why? Why would a boy make bangs with a bobby pin?
It was cute.
And nobody thought you were cute. So what would you'd grow your hair out?
Well, I had cowlicks.
And then you'd bobby pin it down and make bangs?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, no, I understand.
You look like bangs like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber bangs?
Kind of, yeah.
But you'd make it, like with a bobby pin.
I would make it.
Oh.
And if anybody could see the irony of me taking shit about my hair from what I'm looking at right now.
Well, this is just what I have.
Exactly.
I'm not sitting there with bobby pins trying to curl it up.
No, you should curl it up with a fucking handgun. It was, but because it would cowlick in the middle, it would split. So I would get it wet. You ever see the cover of my album? The CD is Despicable.
Yes.
That's my high school sophomore.
That's
picture.
High school?
That's my high school sophomore picture.
Oh, you look terrible.
And I had glasses and it was like retarded hair. It was really fucking bad. It was really bad.
Why did you make that choice? Like, why did you decide?
Because it would cowlick and wrap around. It was so bad.
Why didn't you just get rid of it? Like, why did you want bangs?
Because back then, I just wanted it to do anything. I wanted to brush it back, but I tried that. And it would be, whenever I would comb it back, I would have to go get it cut by Andy the barber, and I would brush it back, and he would spray it. And it would look so fucking bad. I always wanted to know what it was like to have my hair, brushed back.
Oh, I'm looking at you. You really had a mop top on your head.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, it was way too long. For somebody that got cowlicks, I don't know why you would let your hair grow out that long.
It was different in the 80s. You know, it didn't look good to have short crew cut. I didn't want a crew cut back then. I should have gotten one, but I didn't want one.
Yeah, you really should have.
I should have got a fucking Stand By Me fat boy haircut.
I love that you were using bobby pins to get that look, though.
Well, I had
that was your look.
To keep it from splitting in the middle so you didn't see my greasy forehead with pimples on it.
Did it have pimples?
Yeah, because I was just a greasy boy.
Because your greasy hair was rubbing against your forehead almost. That might have been
part of the issue. But yeah.
So you and your bobby pin hairdo, you go up to Michelle.
Oh, yeah, no, I called her. I forget how I got her number. I think from the phone book. And I'm like, hi, it's Jim Norton. And
First and last name?
Oh, yeah. She's like, hello. And I'm like, you don't want to go out with me, do you?
Oh.
And she went, no. And I remember I was trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And casual.
Yeah.
And I said, that's how the cookie bounces.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wait, I said either that or that's how the ball crumbles. But I purposely mixed up the phrase to be funny.
You did it on purpose?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't even out of nervousness?
No. I did it to be, funny.
Because you thought that would be funny. That's
yeah,
not funny.
That'd be casual.
You know that's not funny.
Yeah, I found out by her throat clear at the end of the call.
She didn't laugh?
No, I don't recall any laughter.
Oh.
At the end of that.
I like that you were trying to be, super casual about
it. Yeah,
hey, whatever. You don't want to go out with me, do you? Because I don't care either way.
Yeah, whatever.
I just figured I'd call you.
Just knocking it out.
Right.
So that's what this guy was doing in that thing, but it was his girlfriend and he's a maniac.
Hey, you don't want to marry me, do you? Oh, no, thanks. You're dead.
Yeah, so your skull bounces.
Yeah.
Fucking shot her. What an asshole.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, that's why you have to, get out of those relationships immediately. You know what I mean? There's no reason to be around any type of a crazy person for any length of time.
I would love to know. Well, I would love to know if.
What do you mean, well, what were you going to say?
Work situations sometimes. I would love to know if she sensed that he was a fucking maniac before.
She had to. There's no way this just creeps up on you.
It doesn't, right?
No, I don't think so. It happened in Indiana. An Indiana man fatally shot his girlfriend right after she rejected his marriage proposal. She was 44 years old, though. Scott Eric Eaton turned himself into Greensburg police after killing 44-year-old Wendy. He said he presented an engagement.
He said, Wendy, I'm home.
He presented an engagement ring. She turned it down. He went for a gun.
I'm just going to shoot your brains in.
The suspect told authorities he retrieved a firearm from the nightstand and fired the weapon. He then left the home and visited another woman. He told her he messed up and he thinks he killed her.
How do you think you killed her if you blew her brains all over the place?
Who knows? He probably wasn't planning it. I don't think. If he had to get the gun out of the nightstand, I don't think he was a maniac that was like... I think there probably was this thing where he's going, okay, I'm going to ask her to marry me. That's my last-ditch effort, whatever it is.
Or not, I'm killing her. Yeah, he probably...
But I don't think he knew he was going to kill her. Because he went and got the gun out of the nightstand. I think it was one of those...
He probably knew that was what he was going to do. I mean, I don't think you can't hold a gun and propose to somebody.
Pick one.
Yeah.
The ring.
Yeah. My father assured him either his brains or the wedding ring. I fucked that. Such a godfather.
I think it was probably one of those moments like the she enticed me moment. She enticed me. Like you could tell when that old man called 911 after killing his wife that he hadn't woken up that morning planning to kill his wife. But he had been pushed far enough that finally he didn't know how to handle it anymore.
But how do you ask someone to marry you and then shoot them immediately? Shoot them until they say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on? There's more to that. That's not just a rejection.
People can't handle their emotions. There are a lot of people who cannot handle their emotions. They just feel these intense things, and they don't put anything into perspective. They don't give anything timing. They're just like, she's the love of my life. I have to marry her. She's everything. She's everything.
Yeah.
It's these obsessive, crazy people. And that's why you need to deal with them right away. You can't sit there and just be like, well, they're fine. He's a little crazy this. He's a little crazy that. I would say at the first sign of crazy, get the fuck out of there. Because you hear too many stories like this where it's like, there's no way that this was the first sign of crazy.
Right. Yeah, no, it never is the first time we shoot somebody.
But you probably felt bad for him.
Or they're afraid. A lot of times people are afraid to leave.
You think so?
Yeah, they say that. Like they're just trapped by this fucking, where do you go? They don't have money.
Yeah.
Or they don't have enough money to move.
Yeah, you always hear about people who were like kidnapped. And like that story we were telling the other day, remember? The woman who was kidnapped and she even got to go see her family. She got to do this and she got to do that.
Colleen Stan.
Yeah, she was so mentally abused and mentally a prisoner of this dude.
By Cameron Hooker.
That she always went back to him. Oh.
What a creep. I think of that. Whenever I'm congested, I can't breathe. I think of being trapped under his fucking bed.
In his box?
Oh,
with the head box on him?
Trailer.
Ugh.
I think that was unpleasant.
I think it was terrible.
One of the Mets got busted for domestic violence last night. A pitcher got arrested like 2 in the morning.
Why can't people just control their fucking shit?
I'm guessing drinking. He gave the cops the middle name so the Mets wouldn't find out. They were celebrating a birthday before the incident. They got into a heated argument, and the police were called. Her name was Ba. She had scratches on the chest and a bruise on her right cheek. Oh.
Huh. It says, I'm just reading more about this story that you brought up. And it says the guy who killed the woman had an 18-year-old son who showed up at the residence and said he was just laying down. And then when the police showed up and said that we got a call, there was a gunshot. So I don't know where it was happened. You know where your mom's boyfriend is at. Oh, this is the woman's son. So the woman's son is in the house and doesn't realize that his mom is dead in there.
Oh, no.
The cops just show up because somebody heard the gunfire, and they show up, and they're like, hey, kid, he's 18.
Did the guy get home after?
Yeah, the kid got home after. And he's just laying there on a couch or whatever. And the cops showed up, and they found him. Maybe, so the shooting must have happened in the bedroom. And that's why he went and grabbed a gun from the nightstand right away.
Right.
he proposed to her in their bedroom, and she said, no fucking way.
And when she sees him going on the nightstand, she went, all right, yes.
yeah, no, I'll do it.
That's terrible.
She probably did. I'll bet that while she was pleading for her life, because I doubt that he just grabbed the knife, grabbed the gun, shoot her, boom, done.
Who knows? Maybe she never saw it coming. Maybe he just got it.
You have to hope that she didn't see it coming, right?
Yeah.
Because you just know, because that's the moment when you know I should have left this fucking crazy person years ago. I was right. Mother was right.
They all told me to leave him.
Yeah.
He's a nut, probably a drunk.
Yeah.
Then he drove to his friend's house and just confessed.
Yeah. So he wasn't drunk at the time.
So no one probably heard the gunshot.
Well, it said that the neighbors probably heard the gunshot.
Oh, I think they got a phone call from the friend.
The cops.
Yeah, didn't the friend call the cops?
The cops showed up and said they were responding to gunfire. We got a call there was a gunshot.
Right, because he probably went to his friend's house and he said, I fucked up, I think I killed her, and they called the police.
I don't know.
He turned himself in.
I don't know. It says...
one crazy moment where you do that.
And his whole life is over. Do you think about that? Do you ever think about that? Like when you're just walking around and realizing that if you just did one thing, and it would take 2 seconds...
You could wreck your life and someone else's.
Change everything. I think about that all the time.
I heard a story recently of a guy who killed himself. And he was a legal gun owner. He should have had a gun. But apparently there was some kind of a lover's triangle. And he came home and his girlfriend had found out he was cheating on her.
Uh-huh.
And he was ready to propose to her. And he had bought her a big gift. It was a holiday. And the other party, the third wife, or the mistress, contacted the girlfriend. Said, I've been fucking your boyfriend. So this guy walks in, and he's like ready to have this big holiday day with her, and she confronts him and says, you're cheating on blah, blah, blah. And they said he just walked into the bedroom, got his gun, and shot himself. Like that fast.
That's it.
That's it.
And if he had taken 30 minutes, if he had taken a half hour to just be like, you know what, I'm very emotional right now, let me calm down, he would have lived years.
He could the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And she may or may not have stayed with him, but the bottom line is...
everything would have been fine.
That crazy fucking moment of being angry...
Yeah.
Absolutely, I see how that can happen, and I see how people do crazy shit like that. It's scary.
Yeah, it's not having your emotions in check. It's like just giving into your emotion in that moment. I mean, I sometimes think about, like the other day, I was catching a train, and the train started moving. And I was thinking, what if I just jumped right now and try to get in between the two train cars? Because it was moving slowly. It just started moving. And then try to get in the train that way so I didn't miss my train. And I was like, if I was stupid enough to make that move, how would you feel if you get 1 foot in between the two cars and then you just slip? And there's a split second where you realize one stupid decision and I'm now dead because the train is running over.
And how would you feel after that 1 foot as you began slipping, realizing you just brought so much joy to a lot of other people?
Yeah, there's the silver lining.
Well, a lot of people are going to be happy about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you ever think of just like if I punch somebody, we used to talk about this a lot too with Patrice, I remember, in invasive thinking or intrusive thinking.
Yeah.
Where you think of the damage I could do to my own life. I literally, when I take the subway, because you know me, I zip all over town now with it.
Yeah.
I stand with my back against the wall. I don't get anywhere near because I'm like, I don't think I'm going to jump. I don't want to die that way. But I'll think of the train as the train's coming to the station.
Yeah.
When it's going pretty fast. I'll think I'm alive right now. And then I see the train go by. And by the time 2 cars are gone, I'm like, I could be dead right now. Like,
right.
That's how fast it would be.
Right. And you wouldn't even have to,
live.
and it's not like you would have to think about, like, and that's right. That's when I really started to think about it. Have you ever seen that video of the guy who fell between the train and the crack, and like he's alive?
I've seen many videos like that.
The one I've seen is like, it's heartbreaking. It's the worst. It might be the worst video I've ever seen because he's alive. And they're trying to save him, but his waist has been cut, and he's kind of being like it's like
twisted.
Technically it's like a tourniquet between the subway and the edge of the platform. But the EMTs know that if they pull him up, the tourniquet will come undone, and he'll just bleed to death.
Yeah.
And like he's sitting there knowing that there's no way out of it.
I think they brought his loved ones down there.
Yeah.
His wife down there to see him.
And it's like, we're going to have to move the train at some point. You can't stay here.
How do they move it? They push it away from the platform, I think.
I guess. I don't know.
You think that...
But the minute that's undone, that's what's going through his head. This is going to be it. There's no...
His guts are just going to fall out.
Yeah.
I've also seen footage of a guy who's been cut in half by a train and he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's on the tracks trying to sit up, and his lower half is gone. He tried to kill himself, and he did it wrong.
Yeah.
That's got to suck.
Ugh. I think about you I don't necessarily think about like, oh, I could just do that, like, because I have thought about that before.
Really?
Like if you just like if you just walked off the platform, you wouldn't have to go to any effort of like, if you're going to kill yourself, sometimes you don't have the balls to pull the trigger to do whatever. But if you just step off the platform, even if you have this moment like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, it's over.
Yeah, but the bottom line is you don't know if it's going to kill you. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You might be mashed to death or mushed and die slowly.
Oof.
That's not worth it. Or you may live.
I think about doing other things, though. I think about like when I see babies.
Yay!
I think about if I just...
Sure, how long you'd go to jail.
No,
it might be worth it in a moment.
That's not it.
But you'd wind up going to jail because people don't understand.
People do. You don't understand.
Yeah, I do.
People do.
Go ahead, tell me what you think. How do I get rid of all the parents?
No, that's not what I think.
How do I get them out of here?
No.
How do I sneak them off?
No. That's not where I was going.
How do I get rid of everybody?
No, I think to myself...
Where would they understand?
No, nowhere. It's not an understandable thing.
When you see a baby, you always go, I'm going to take them. We're going to go somewhere. We're
No, I
going to
don't.
live somewhere.
No, we're going to be happy.
We're going to be happy
No.
together.
No. But I'm like, if I just walked up, grabbed that baby and threw it on the floor, or if I just walked up and punched that baby in the face, or if I kicked that baby out of its stroller
It would kick your ass.
My whole life would be different forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in that moment,
That's right.
I would just go, I'd punch a baby, I'd get arrested, I'd be in the newspapers, I'd go to jail.
You'd get fired immediately.
It'd be the whole thing, immediately. Are you trying to encourage me to punch a baby?
Yeah. Yeah. Break your little hand on it.
Immediately. It'd be the whole thing. And it's like all in that one stupid moment.
Yeah, I do think that, too, how much different your life would be.
Yeah. And you have full control over it, by the way. Like, you have full... Like, it's so difficult to make your life better. Like, you have all these things you want to do to make your life better. Yep. And those are all things that you have to do over time, and it's going to be difficult, and blah, 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 and you have to work and work and work. But if you want to destroy your life, you could do it in 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second.
Wreck everything.
You could work for years and years and years, and then undo everything in an instant.
Yeah. And that's why I stand with my back against the fucking wall. Plus, there's other crazy people, and I am paranoid about getting pushed in front of the train. Even when I'm down there at Matt Serra, I feel a little safer when I'm with him when we leave Unfiltered together, but I'm still a little nervous.
I never go anywhere near the edge of the platform.
No.
Never.
I'll look if I see, like, the usual sign sometimes that says 2 minutes till the train arrives, the 1 or the 2 is coming. I'll look up and down the thing, but...
I won't even do that.
If I don't hear it...
Right in the center. Right in the center.
If I don't hear it, I'll look, because even if they were to push you, there's enough time to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Some people just panic and stand there and look at the train and wave their arms out. It's like, you got to move.
Yeah. Stop! No. Like the guy in Austin Powers who's sitting there for minutes going, no!
There was one guy who got pushed. Some homeless guy pushed him. He was an Asian guy.
Yeah.
And he had an altercation with this homeless guy. So the fucking homeless guy shoved him in front of a train. And there's a photo of somebody who was in the Post of the Asian guy standing on the, like trying to get back up on the platform and the train bearing down on him. And the homeless guy kind of like standing there, like you could see he was going to block him from getting back up off. And that's got to be fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
But,
fucking asshole homeless guy.
The guy, it was a crazy guy though. They had, like, the guy probably made a bad decision and fucked with the homeless guy. They said he was like, there was some back and forth.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around on the train track. Like on
with
the
a crazy homeless man?
Yeah.
No. Just leave him be.
Leave him be.
Leave him be. Let's go to the phones. 866-969-1969. Our phone number here at
Sirius.
Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. You can follow us on social media at Jim and Sam Show on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, everywhere. Let's see if these phones work. We go to Tommy in Brooklyn. What's going on, Tommy? Tommy? I don't hear anything.
No. Can Travis hear us?
Yeah, Travis, you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you guys.
Okay, what happened with the phones?
I don't know. We were having an issue before, but then the issue was fixed, so...
Apparently not.
Apparently the issue was made worse.
Gonna have to get
let
Mars
me,
on that.
Oh.
Is he up?
Oh, no.
Is he up there?
No.
Where is he?
Physically, he's in the building. He's not here.
Yeah.
Well, who's there? Like while we're on in L.A., who's there taking care of everything?
Just me and Adrian.
They just figure they got this now. Okay, they're started.
Yeah,
whatever goes wrong, they just figure it out.
Yeah, he popped in like 10 minutes ago and asked if you guys took phone calls or tried playing with Jim's soundboard yet, and I said no to each, and then he left the office.
Oh well, you should have said to Mars when he implied that.
Here he comes.
All right, it works. It's very loud.
I didn't mean that.
It's loud.
Very loud.
I wanted the other one.
I turned
Oh,
it down.
sorry.
You want the other one?
Did Mars just come in? No, make it loud.
Okay.
Oh, Mars came in. Here's what you should say to him.
What's your pleasure, young fella?
That's not the one.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that music?
Whose phone is that?
It's Mars's phone.
What is he
Mars,
doing?
put it on vibrate. You're an engineer at a radio station. Is he working? Is he just staring at the phone?
What's he doing?
Yep. And he's scratching his head.
I don't know.
Let me text Travis the
No,
proper
I know
sound.
what you're gonna do. I know. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, let's. So Mars is in there fixing things.
Here's what you ought to say to Mars.
You're not so smart now, are you?
Very good.
It's the best.
Very good.
He's
Should I try the phones
currently
again?
staring at the phones.
Yeah, he's
right.
very helpful.
Oh, now
Well,
he's
we'll-
looking
we'll
at the
show
board.
it.
Cool.
All right, watch this. Luke in Kentucky. He's gonna stay stuck on telephone.
He wants you to move
Did
on.
he just said move on what?
so that he can work on.
what?
So that he can work on the phones.
Oh.
Like, don't try to take a phone call so that he can work on the phones.
Well, we'd like to know what the update.
Yeah, we
Hopefully,
wanna
it would be
know.
a very quick fix.
Mars is executive producing. Tell them to move on and we'll get back to him.
Yeah. We're kind of in the middle of something to just move on.
He's
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's leaving the office.
He's done.
Yeah, he's gone.
If they're not going to move on, I'm not going to fix
Oh,
anything.
yeah. Yeah, well, nice job, Mars.
You're not so smart now, are you?
The
No.
wrong cue.
I
No.
gotta
Cue.
write these down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was that one. That was the you're not so smart as this.
Right.
And now this one is, I guess Mars fixed it.
There it is.
All right, thank you.
There it is.
Okay.
Well done.
We're getting there.
Yeah, why
I
don't
love
you guys
little
move
signals
on?
little signals that the audience won't pick up on.
Right. Can
Can you hear this? Can you hear this?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
can hear
totally
that. Yeah.
But I think that's because you have a producer's ear. The audience won't notice it.
They won't notice
No,
that?
no. No, that's just a little subtle cue between you
Okay.
and Travis.
Yeah,
All
why
right,
was
I
that
want to
gonna be?
make sure. Well, I got to give you a signal here. Shit. Hold on. Let me give you a signal here, Trev. Something that you'll pick up on, like Sam said, with your producer's ear.
Right. It has to be a producer's ear that maybe the audience wouldn't notice, but Travis would. It's important.
Yeah, we don't want the.
Tell Mars to turn off his salsa ringtones.
Oh, is that what that is? Salsa?
That's definitely salsa.
It's fucking terrible.
He likes Tito Puente.
Is that who that is?
I think so.
All right. Maybe something like this.
What are you thinking?
I'm trying to.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
How
I'm trying
difficult
to
could it be?
find.
Just what are you trying to find? You're gonna play a sound clip off your phone to cue Travis playing a sound
Listen how
clip?
subtle that is. The audience. Travis, can you barely hear that?
Are you playing something? Because I just hear silence.
It's just very subtle. And what will that cue?
That will cue. Oh shit! This bitch got a dick.
Perfect.
Anything like that. Okay.
Okay.
Or this.
That's just a phone ringing. That's so annoying. That's everybody's like alarm. That's just gonna bother people. You know that visceral annoying feeling you get? They're so annoyed.
There's a pretty girl out there.
The visceral feeling you get.
Do you see that beautiful girl out there? I want to
Yeah,
walk
see the
out
back
there.
of her head.
Yeah,
When you hear your... Stop doing that. People hate hearing their alarm out of context.
Wait, but Travis has to play the cue.
What is it?
I'm practicing.
You didn't even say what it was.
I did. Oh shit! This bitch got a dick.
You said that was for the
That was
wind
for this
chimes.
one. No, any of these. That's the new one.
Any iPhone ring?
Yeah, because I'm busy.
I see.
So like, I'm saying, like, look at that pretty girl out there.
Oh, shit, this bitch got a dick.
That's really great. No,
All right, cool.
I'm really
All right,
glad.
thanks,
You-
Travis.
You know what's
No
great
problem.
is that
We're getting there.
Mars
We
would
didn't
like
even
for you
have
guys
to-
to try to take a phone call so that he can leave.
Would he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Adrian's
cool.
going to click it in here. Who do you want?
All right.
why is Adrian? Why can't I?
We're going to try.
Ghostbusters.
Which one you want?
Let's go to.
One,
Let's
three,
go. They're not numbered, so that's going to make everything really easy.
Oh, they're not numbered
No,
over
I want
there?
to make it harder.
No.
Don't make it harder.
Let's go to Bubba in West Virginia. Stop it.
Oh, shit, this bitch got a dick. Hello?
All right, we got it.
What's oh, good job. What's
Hello,
going on,
Bill
Bubba?
Clinton, how are you?
Are you receiving me?
Yes, thank
sir,
you,
we hear
Bubba,
you.
for fixing everything.
That is great news. I'm glad you finally figured out how to work a phone. This is excellent.
Well, we got a huge staff, so
Anywho, just thanks for taking my call, guys. Been listening to the show for a while. Congratulations and everything.
thank you.
Sam,
Thanks a lot.
congratulations on getting your show. It's great. Very proud of you.
Thank you. Let's get to the point, Bubba.
Sorry, God. On a much lighter note, I wanted to talk about suicide. Compulsive thinking. Like, I know, Jim, you have some experience with, like, depression and stuff like that. Did you ever, were you ever afraid of your compulsive thoughts when you would have, bad thoughts like suicide and stuff like that? Were you afraid that you would just, think a horrible compulsive thought and then just act on it and you wouldn't be able to control it?
Yes, I've had that fear for 48 years. It's scary.
But you've never actually lost control of the way you're thinking, Jim, have you?
I wouldn't say lost control. Yes, of course I have. Just not to that point.
Oh, I see.
What does
I've done
Chip
some-
think about this?
I don't know. I know Chip is worried about other stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of sounds
Fucking
of my
Chip,
phone.
get your shit together.
I'm not going to play it today.
Why can't I hang up on people here?
It's because people would hate it. But I'll play it maybe when we get back. Because some guy complained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, shit gets nutty when I'm around.
What the fuck is that?
It's just a song. That's all you get. Not too much Chip. That guy requested not as much Chip, not as much Chip.
What is that?
Just a song that he sang.
Oh,
Called The Shit Gets Nutty.
shit doesn't get nutty when he's around. The shit gets boring when he's around.
Who else is on the phone?
Let's go to Matt in Connecticut. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, Sam.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? Listen,
Matty!
you're talking about... Hey, Jimmy. So you were talking about those little moments where you could either be alive or dead. About 10 years ago, I was taking a car service, and it was about 2:00 in the morning. We were heading to an intersection, and another car ripped through the red light through the intersection, and it was about 10 feet. And I kept thinking to myself, to this day, I think to myself, if we had left 1 second earlier, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
And I was going through my day thinking, what did I do for an extra second that saved my life? It was crazy.
You're thinking about it's like the butterfly effect with wind and with a hurricane.
And Ashton Kutcher.
But the bottom line, what's that? Did I move with him?
Hell yeah.
You know what might have happened, though? You might have been a millionaire instead of being dead. The car might have actually hit you guys. You may have won a big lawsuit and lived in a better house.
Why would you say that?
Because.
Why would that help anybody? He's sitting there, grateful that he's not dead, and you're like, well, on the other hand, you could be upset that you're not a millionaire. That doesn't help.
Just saying.
No, it doesn't help at all.
It doesn't, does it, man? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate the call.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Have you ever... by the way, I can't hang up on people, Adrian, so you got to watch people and hang up on them when I say goodbye. Have
Sam,
you ever been in a car accident?
Can you see the phones?
I can see them,
Can you see what we wrote to you?
No.
No,
I
okay.
can just see what's in the phone bank.
Suck a dick, you half a what?
It's popping up on Jim's monitor. That's not right. Have you ever been in a car accident that you're like, one slight different thing here and I would be dead?
Yeah, I've told the story. It's a guy I just talked to, a buddy of mine, Steve Giacalona from high school.
Steve Giacalona?
Yeah, he was a good friend of mine in high school, and we were driving across Route 130. We were crossing Route 1 on Route 130 in North Brunswick, and we were crossing at the green, and I've told the story before. We hear and a tractor trailer doing 70 ripped through the red light and ripped our front bumper off with his back 2 tires. The back 2 tires, Steve slammed on the brake, and literally another, not even a second, an absolute half a second, and that tractor trailer would have hit us flush doing 70 miles an hour.
That
100%.
And you would have been dead.
Without a doubt.
Oh, the things that could have been.
Unsurvivable.
Wow. Yeah, I was driving to work one morning for back when we were doing O&A, and I was driving, and it was snowing, and there's it was a tractor trailer. It was in the middle lane, and I was in the left lane, and I was trying to get past it because I didn't want to be next to it with the roads all snowy and slippery, but I ended up slipping. I almost went into the kind of median, the wall, and as I was trying to get away from it, my wheels went the other way. I went all the way around. I was face to face with this truck that I was trying to get past, and literally there was like one car's distance between us. Then I was like, fuck, I'm dead. And I realized my car was going to keep spinning. So it kept spinning. And I ended up in the far right lane, but I didn't know who was in the right lane because the truck was blocking everybody. So I just started honking, praying to God that there was nobody that was going to be there. And I ended up in an entrance ramp.
There was no one there, huh?
Nobody was there.
Were you scared?
Oh, I was terrified. And then I'm in the entrance ramp, right? And I'm kind of lodged into some snow. And I just, like, collected myself. My car had turned off. Because I guess when something like that happens, your power goes off. I don't know why.
You probably panicked and just turned it off. You didn't know what you were doing.
Just turned off the car and threw the keys out the window.
You're pretending none of it was happening. I'm just in the driveway, not staring at a tractor trailer.
Yeah. So I turned. The car was off, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to collect myself. I turn the car back on. I'm like saying, like, okay, do I drive? I was like, I'm closer to work than I am to home, so I'm just gonna keep going. But as I'm collecting myself, some guy is getting on the highway, and he sees I'm horizontal in the on-ramp, so I'm in the wrong direction. And he just starts honking at me as he's getting on the highway like I'm blocking him. Like, sorry, sir. I parked here. Something didn't just obviously happen that put me here.
Well, you can't expect a guy not to honk when you're horizontal in the entrance ramp.
Well, it's not.
Holding up progress.
I could expect a guy not to honk.
It wasn't even out to get out of his way. He was just beeping, going, fucking dope.
Yeah, you idiot.
Dope.
This isn't what people do.
Sometimes people aren't beeping to move you or because they're alarmed. They're just trying to tell you that you're a fucking dope.
This isn't what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, brr, fucking dope.
Let's go to Renee in New Mexico.
Your wallet's enraging, by the way.
Why? What's wrong with my wallet?
Fucking like a hoarder's house.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, shit.
Hey,
I've got my things in.
Hey, I was going to tell you guys a story about suicide, but I got a better near-death experience happened about 3 months ago. I got attacked by a swarm of bees, and I got stung over 25 times on my head and my face mirrors. I thought I was going to freaking die, man. I really did. And
I know what happened. Were you really drunk? That happened to me one time. I was drunk, and I thought it was a hornet's nest, but I thought it was my hat.
That's not it. But that wasn't it, Jim. But
I know what happened. You were jumping jacks under the beehive, and you didn't realize it was above you, and you hit it.
Is that what happens sometimes?
Yeah, exactly, Jim.
You were a little boy like Travis, and you were trying to kick your underpants onto the ceiling fan, but it was a wasp nest.
And you're like, oh my god, that wasp nest looks just like my ceiling fan.
Yeah, oh no.
Were you hanging out?
Hurry up!
Did the girl that you were hanging out with while you guys were out? Did you guys lose the glasses?
Yeah.
And you had to go find them?
She was my best friend. Yeah, then in the beehive, I remember that.
And then she
all what happened.
She had to sit there crying in front of a tiny little coffin, Macaulay Culkin-sized coffin.
Yeah, and then her dad was the morgue guy or the mortuary owner. So it was really cool that way.
I'll bet what happened was you bought a new cologne because you thought you were all sexy and shit, and you didn't read the ingredients, and one of them was bee cum, so you attracted bees. They probably flew at you because you smelled like bee semen.
Yeah, which, by the way, is a great aroma.
Absolutely. It tastes like honey.
Right.
You know, it's embarrassing to try to hold a bee down and suck his dick. Boo.
All right,
you got honey, you had to fucking blow a bee.
What happened? Hey, what happened?
How'd the bees fall on you?
We're riffing a little bit. We went into riff mode.
We were in riff mode.
Yeah.
How'd the bees fall on you?
Well, actually, I was at work, and this guy next door, I guess he found a beehive, so he thought it would be a good idea to mess with it, but didn't tell us. So I was just walking. Next thing I know, I'm not afraid of bees, so I didn't figure if I didn't bother them, they wouldn't bother me. Next thing I know, they just attacked me. I don't know if they were killer bees or regular bees, but they were all over me, and
I thought, I'm not going to die this way. And I was running, and there was a mud puddle. So I said, I'm going to jump in that mud puddle. But then I figured it wasn't deep enough, and I was just going to agitate the bees more. So I just started running back to the office, locked myself in the office. I killed about 30 of them. But the problem was, when I ran in the office, I went to the bathroom. I didn't shut the office door. So when I came back out, the whole office just fucking swarmed with bees. And it really did scare the shit out of me. Like, I didn't know, like, I know I'm not allergic to bees, but I didn't know how much bee stings a man could take. Now I know it's like 500. But at the time, I didn't know that. I really did think I was going to die for a minute.
That doesn't sound like honeybees, by the way.
Were you all swelled up?
Yeah, I swelled up real bad, and they wanted to take me to the ambulance, but I said, fuck it, I'll drive myself home. So I drove home, and then when I got to the hospital, I didn't realize how serious it was, because I was in the hospital, I'm not even exaggerating, a minute, and they had me in a room, put an IV in me. And I really was, like, didn't think it was a big deal, but fuck yeah, I swelled up, my eyes were closed, and I didn't realize, so I got home, and the wife's like, you got to go to the hospital now, and I'm like, fuck. So yeah, but it scared me, it really did, and I'm not, like, I really thought, fuck, I'm going to die. They're going to tell my boys, your dad died from fucking bee stings. What an idiot.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in New Mexico.
That might have been killer bees. I would say if you were up north, it probably wasn't. But they
a lot of killer bees live on Staten Island.
Yeah, they do.
Shaolin.
Yeah, that's why Pete Davidson doesn't like Staten Island.
That's right.
They will if you fuck with honeybees. I'm not saying they won't attack you, but I don't think they'll aggressively follow you into an office. They may have been hornets or yellow jackets too, which are kind of hornets.
No, I mean, they were bees because when the paramedics came, they had calmed down the office somewhat, so they were able to sit me down. And you know how they take out freaking bee stingers? They take a credit card, and they hit them with a credit card because they don't want them to go deeper. So if you ever get stung by a bee, don't pull them out. Use a credit card and take them out. I didn't know that till then.
Well, a credit card, what do you mean? What do you swipe? How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, they like comb it down on your skin, and it pops the stingers out instead of pulling them out.
You go next to the stinger, and it just pops it out.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But the ones that hurt the most are the stings on the ears. I've been punched pretty good before, and nothing like them bee stings in the ears. And
I got stung in the ear. I got stung in the ear when I was a kid too.
You did. Thank you, Renee.
Yeah, bye.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. You guys have a great day and a good show. Bye.
Thank you, man.
I've never heard that name on a man before, but I'm sure it's all right.
I don't like that when we talk about bees, you turn into Jack Hanna as if you're an expert. That could have actually been killer bees. It doesn't sound like honeybees to me.
Well, I know.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. How did killer bees come to be?
I don't know, Jim. How did they come to be?
They fucking just get nasty. Shit got nutty.
Let's go to Luke in Kentucky. What's up, Luke?
Oh.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Jim.
Hey, buddy.
We're still on the topic of real fun things. I'm a police officer, and y'all were talking about people getting cut in half by the subways and things like that.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that personally before, not with the subway or anything, but I saw a guy on a motorcycle. He was fucking around on a highway that runs through the town I work in, and popped a wheelie next to a guardrail and lost control of it and cut himself in half on the guardrail.
And by the way, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that guy is sitting there. He's cut himself in half. All he had to do was not pull a fucking wheelie on the highway, not do that one thing that one time, and he wouldn't be cut in half.
So you show up, and how is he?
He was alive. He was oddly calm. It was. I mean, we let him call his girlfriend before, because they told him, the paramedics told him, look, when we pick you up, you're going to die.
Fuck.
And
wait,
so
why was he going to die when he picked him up?
He was cut in half, and he was just going to bleed out. Like, the fucking guardrail was holding his insides in.
Wait, he was pinned against the guardrail or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his legs were completely severed. He got himself right above the pelvis.
Can you imagine the panic? Like, I'd be sitting there going, hey, can you put a bunch of gauze or something? Isn't there a bunch of, could you put a cast, or is there, like...
Yeah.
Now, do they tell him you're going to die, or do they say you're just going to pass out? They don't say you're going to die, do they?
They told him, they were like, look, they told him this. They didn't use the words, hey, you're fucking dead or anything, but they were like, this is it. You know, when we pull you off, there's nothing we can do for you.
Oh, shit.
And, I had, it's one of those really fucking bad days. I had another one where a guy was a drunk was driving his car around, and he crashed into a gas main, like an exposed gas main. And we got to sit there and listen to him burn to death, screaming for help because the flames were just too hot, and the fire department couldn't get it out because it was a natural gas fire.
Gas, right?
And,
wow.
And he sat there. He screamed it seemed like forever. I'm sure it wasn't long that he screamed, but it's it's one of those deals where you think, I think about that shit all the time. But that's the sort of shit you have bad dreams about. But it's fucking horrific. Whenever you have watching those videos is bad, but seeing it in real life is fucking horrific.
Somebody burning to death in a car is fucking terrible. I've seen that footage of that too. It's awful because people want to help, but you just can't get close enough.
Yeah.
Right, of course, because the thing's going to blow up. Thank you, Luke.
All right, take care, guys.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Well, my dick's hard.
Let's go to John in Mississippi. What's going on, John?
Hey, y'all. I'm a huge fan of the show, and I'm very nervous, so please forgive me if I'm starting to stutter. Anyway, y'all were talking about suicide, and my dad committed suicide. He hung himself, and I'm the one that found him. I called 911, and they sent over the police and an ambulance to put him on the gurney to take him to the morgue. And
how old were you?
I was 26, 27.
Wow.
And
why did he kill himself?
And he was depressed. Him and my mom had broke up. She had moved down out of the house, and he worked for the city, and he had gotten a couple DUIs within a 6-month period. He was going to lose his job that he'd been there forever, and he was just depressed. And anyway, when I found him, I called 911. They sent over the police and the ambulance to take him over to the morgue, and the police left when the ambulance ladies got there. There was only 2 ladies, and my dad was a big dude, and I had to help lift my dad's body up so that they could take the corpse. Yeah, so I drank about. I lived inside a bottle of Jim Beam for a couple of weeks after that.
Yeah, I'd imagine. That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
But I'm a huge fan of y'all, so take care.
So it's not all bad news.
No. You guys rock. You guys make my day wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way, Jason. You don't have a dad, but you got a new morning show.
Exactly.
That's great.
Exactly.
That's great. Thank you, Jason.
Oh, I don't know.
Thank you,
that, Sam. That to me was just a little. I didn't want that one.
That's what Crinkle is.
That is what Crinkle is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Sorry.
big idiot.
Oh, well, I guess.
You're not so smart now, are you?
Right.
You gave one to yourself.
I did.
That's good.
I made a mistake.
That's good. We should take a break.
Yes.
Tom Segura is here.
Oh, Tom's here.
So Tom's going to come in. Scott Aukerman's coming in too.
Yeah.
We're going to have to figure out how to work that fourth mic, I think. Over there.
Well, we get someone.
Sit someone in the corner. We will. Actually, let's go to John in Virginia who wants to comment on the show before we go to break. What's up, John?
Oh, guys, thank you so much. Sam, I talked to you plenty of times. Sam, I talked to you, and same as the last guy, I'm nervous, so just bear with me for a second. Sam, I've been listening to you for a while. Sam, I've been listening to you for a while. I mean, I finally got used to you, but the first time you were on, there was too much shit on at night to listen to you. So now, I can actually fucking enjoy you.
Well, that's good. I think that still sounds like a qualified compliment, but
it's a compliment. Your taste has gotten worse, sir. But
yes, that's good.
It took a few minutes for me to get used to you, but now you turned into like a funny man.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad I could eventually get there for you, John.
But I got a blowjob story like 20 years ago. I almost hit a telephone pole.
I'm going to hang up on you. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, John. Wait, did that just sound like
words?
Did that just sound like words to you, too?
No, he almost hit a telephone pole and got killed.
I thought he said blowjob when he was on the phone.
I did, too.
We're going to take a break. Tom Segura is going to be here. Stick around. More Jim Norton and Sam Roberts live from Los Angeles after this.
Hold on. The paparazzi want photos. Jim and Sam live from Los Angeles. We'll be back in a few. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. live from Los Angeles. Right now. Right now.
All right, let's see if this shit works now.
This works.
Oh, good. I'm echoing now.
Yeah, I hear the echo.
Yeah, do you hear you?
The echo.
Yeah, you just hear the echo?
And yes.
Yeah, it's. I don't enjoy the show when I have to listen back to it.
Yeah, I don't either.
How come that Jim's not echoing?
Oh, turn my mic on.
The echo. No, and your mic's on. The echo's gone.
Okay, yeah, we fixed it.
Oh.
Can you hear us all?
Yeah, you're good.
Can you? Now, what was wrong? What happened? We have to know what happened.
Okay, if you want to know, it's technical and it's boring, but originally the feed to LA was on one fader, and while we were getting the show ready, we changed it to a different fader, and on the original fader, we put the Profit Machine. So apparently, every time that I went to break, or the first time that I went to break, it overtook your feed and cut you guys off.
So that was what I said, and Sam said I was wrong.
Yeah, okay. Sam, you should just always trust Jim, okay? He knows what he's talking about when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
Jim is more the technical guy.
Well, another time the Prophet fucks Travis over. How often?
Thank you, Jim.
Well, welcome back. Tom Segura is here.
Yes, he is.
And it's nice that you got to see the incompetence that encompasses our show.
Yes.
It's all about the West Coast, dude. That's the problem.
What do you mean?
You should have stayed in New York.
It's not. This isn't our spot.
That's right.
This is the West Coast is rejecting us.
We just want to branch out.
Yeah. Well, and how much do you love the weather here? Let's talk about weather, guys.
Oh, it's delightful. We just wanted to prove that we weren't one coast ponies. We wanted to come over here and just conquer.
Yeah, we're going to conquer the West Coast. Not going to happen.
Bombing miserably.
Don't you want to move here now?
You think so? Yeah. You know, it was so fun, and I had never even thought of this, but Jim had all these great observations yesterday about the wacky people and the traffic.
The traffic is terrible.
Oh, so you are local. You know.
Wait till it rains.
They don't drive well, right? They don't drive well?
Oh, it's a disaster.
Wow. This is all the LA insight that you get only this week.
Man, every first 2-year comic is like, what's going on? Fucking rain. No, everyone's falling apart. And then they think it's like the original bit.
Do they really do that?
Of course.
Oh.
Like, especially because most people are transplants. So
right.
It's like everyone's like, I just got here. What's going on with this rain? You know, everyone just freaked out because it drizzled, and you think like it's a.
You've made this great observation.
Sharp observation.
Yeah, you kind of really come in and telling LA about itself, and people are like, oh, this guy doesn't take any prisoners.
And then you're like, 3 years in, and you're like, I just saw 40 guys do that bit. Right. Should probably drop that.
Where'd you move from?
I moved from. Actually, I was working in D.C. and it was 6 months after college, and moved out here, and then started stand up about 4 months later in 2002.
So what'd you move out here for?
I thought I was going to be. I thought I would be a comedic actor. So I heard about the Groundlings and stuff, and I was like, I'll do that, and then I'll do SNL next year. And then,
did you do the Groundlings? You join?
Yeah. Well, I did the school. I did the school.
Right.
I did probably 3 levels, and then there's Writing Lab is before Sunday Company.
Yeah.
What they call it. And when they invited me for that, I had already started stand-up. And it was just one of those things where they call you twice. And if you turn it down twice, they don't call you again.
Do you have to re-audition if you want to go?
I think so.
And what's the space in between the calls?
I feel like I got a call probably like at end of summer, and then they probably called me 3 or 4 months later and like, hey, you want to do Writing Lab? And I just felt like it was interfering with that point with stand-up.
Which you actually liked stand-up?
I liked it, and I was, I didn't want to have something happen where I would have to turn down stand-up.
Yeah. So at that point, like when you started doing stand-up, did you kind of give up on your, I'm going to do Groundlings, and then next year I'll do SNL? And
I just figured, they'll probably come to my show and pick me out of there.
So you were still like, I'll definitely still be on SNL.
Some movie producer will come to this.
Yeah, no problem.
Like, do you regret it? Star? No, I don't regret it. But I do feel like, oh man, it still would be fun to do.
Sure.
To do not SNL. I don't feel like I'm an SNL guy, but to do like TV movies, I think that would be fun.
Could you pump out the kind of volume of shit they do on SNL? I mean, just of product. Like it's sketch after sketch after.
Yeah.
I could never create.
Dude, when I went to,
I also feel like that's such a just like stand up is a muscle. Like when you're in the clubs and you're doing it all the time, you're touring, especially like when you're touring, you see touring comics and they're like usually a different level of stand up because they just work it that much.
And in front of different audiences.
Yeah, in front of those really hardcore sketch people are on another level of producing sketches.
I went to the dress rehearsal a couple weeks ago for SNL.
Yeah.
And it really drove home the content aspect of it. Because not only do they have to do a show every week, but they're writing 5 times as much for every show. Even by the time they get to dress rehearsal, 2 hours before the show airs.
So much is tossed.
Yeah, there's at least 3 skits that don't make television.
And you probably can't even go back and reuse them. You figure, like, man, we could reuse that one. And I mean, they must change them up a little bit and repitch.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking recycling the same shit week after
Would
week.
you?
Yes.
You know what I heard too is like people go, it's that thing where you go, I'll save this joke for later.
Yeah.
And they said like you learn that there's no such thing. You throw everything in while you can.
Right.
Because I remember out here, everyone is a script writer,
Yeah.
And there's so many guys who are like, I'm going to use that in a script. And then after a few years, like, no, you're not. you don't even finish fucking scripts.
Right. Because every good idea you have, you just put it into this thing of like, this is my saved ideas notebook.
I mean, I know guys that are like 12 years into a script.
Have you written any?
I have written a couple pilots that I sold one, and I've written a couple feature lengths, but I didn't sell them.
Did you? And what was the feature length that you wrote? What was the general gist of it?
Well, the first one was about a boxing trainer and a cut man. So it was based on a short film that Ryan Sickler is a comic we wrote together. It's called Cut Man, and it's basically a couple of.
I had one about a ladies' man, but the title was spelled slightly differently.
This was like a couple of like off the wall trainer, because that world of boxing is so corrupt and everything. So this was like a trainer that like beats people, with chairs, and then and his gym was going to close. It was taken over by the trainer from the other side of town who used to be middleweight champion of the world. And the cut man is like they're always like weird dudes,
Sure.
like cut men. So this cut man, like he would put like shrimp over your ears to heal your, just weird shit. It was a goofy comedy. Yeah.
Now, was Bundini a cut man or no? Was he Ali's cut man or no? No.
I don't know.
What did Bundini do? He was part of Ali's team. I don't remember.
I don't think he was his cut man, no?
No, there's a bar in New York, which I've actually been in. It's where Raging Bull shot the last. Remember when De Niro was doing stand-up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, where's the toilet? He said, you're in it. It's like the best bad stand-up ever.
Yeah.
And that's a bar where they have you walk in there and there's like stuff with Sugar Ray Robinson and there's all this great, great boxing history. And they said it was owned by like Ali's Cutman's grandson now or something like that.
Yeah.
But his Cutman originally owned that.
Yeah, those dudes are like, Cutmen are a rare breed, man. I mean, they are.
Where'd you get to know about them or of them or
them?
Well,
the cut man idea was Sickler and I were just like stand-ups watching, we just hung out a lot.
Yeah.
And he was always watching, HBO boxing and all the big fights. And he goes, we should do something. I want to play a cut man. He's like, 'cause look at these, like, dude had like 38 pins on him, like a teenage girl would at a fucking pop show or something.
Right.
And like they were just obscure, like weird dudes.
What was on the pins? They were like button pins, or they had
like flair.
Like dudes would wear flair,
Yeah.
and they have like just quirky. They were quirky. They had quirky personalities and story. And like boxing is such a fucking weird sport where like it's just full of corruption.
Right.
So that we thought was a rich place to go for a comedy.
What was the first time you saw? The first time I ever heard of a cut man was like most people in Rocky. You got to cut me, Mick. That's the first time I ever knew that they actually did that.
Yeah.
And was that 76 where he was telling him to cut him, and I don't want to do it. Where any other trainer would be like, yeah, I'll cut you, fuck. You lose. You're gonna win.
Yeah. I think it was probably around then, but actually it was like when we started to do this idea that I felt like to actually explore. We went and met a cut man and watched him do shit, cold press on people's faces and just, all the things you don't think about. Like, oh yeah, that's going on in the corner.
Colin got fucked up when he did a scene in Trainwreck, and they had to stitch him up for something, a stitch man or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And the guy did it, but I think something went wrong, and Colin wound up getting like fucking stitches in his head or something. The guy fucked up a little bit. He like sewed something to Colin's head. Yeah, I forget the story. Yeah, it was a great story though. Stupid Colin had something on his head. I don't remember what it was, but it was like one of those guys who was supposed to, like a stitch guy.
So do you get like fully invested in this idea and you write this script and it's like you're pouring everything into it and then it's just like, that's it. Once you're done writing it, it doesn't get.
Dude, that's how. And I mean, I know you've done a bunch of TV stuff too. I've done a few pilots where, you shoot and you pit. I've even shot one like on spec where a guy spent a bunch of money just to shoot it, and then you go to like all the networks, and then like the next Monday you'll be like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just over.
That's
like,
it.
It's dead." You're like, "Oh, like there's no more meetings?" And they're like, "No, we took it to all the places and no one wants it."
And you're like, "This is like a year of my life."
Oh, all right. So what should I do? They're like, "I don't know. Do something else with your life. Like figure it out."
Yeah, that happened.
It's over like
it's
that.
It's cold, man.
So brutal.
Yeah. They don't play games. It's fucking done.
Yeah.
Very fair. Were you watching boxing for a while, though, talking about the cut man to people? And like, I don't want to hear about this.
Yeah.
Were you watching? You're like, yeah, that's Clark. He came from, like, no one gives a shit.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's just over quick. So with the writing thing, it's different. Writing, like a script can pass its way around. But like pitches and pilots, you just get a call like, hey, they said no. And you're like, so what now? Because it feels very anticlimactic.
Right.
And they're like, well, go work on something else. And you're like,
right, because you're going
right.
they said no. Okay, well, who do we pitch to now? Where do we go? Do we go in a different direction?
No, we pitched it. We just pitched it, and now it's done.
What?
And now you got to figure out some new shit.
Yeah, you got to write something else. This other thing, it's not going to happen for you.
Yeah, it's just done, dude.
That's brutal.
That's the worst. Yeah. I've had it happen, too.
Have you?
Yeah, usually they let it live for, like, well, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
You don't know. We got to pitch to different. You could change it or whatever. I've done a couple of things that I actually really liked.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that probably should have had something happen for it.
Right.
And there's other things you do. You're like, yeah, I get why they said no.
That's it. That's very accurate. Yeah. It's the other things you're like, yeah, it's time to move on. This is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
But other times you're like, oh, man, really? Because this feels like a fucking, like a definite buy,
Yeah, and there's other things where you hear about shows all the time that get canceled and they put it back on a couple of years later. Or we always look at the ones like, hey, man, they whatever her name is, got turned down by 40 different publishers for fucking Harry Potter.
Isn't that incredible, man?
Yeah.
That's so astonishing.
And she stayed with the one.
And not only that, when she came after the success of Harry Potter, she has a ghostwriter name, a man, Robert something, right?
Uh-huh.
So that now everybody knows. It's J.K. Rowling's pen name. So she tried to
sell it as
after Harry Potter. So after she was a huge success, wrote a new series or book, sent it to people, got rejected by a bunch of people again, and then said like, "Oh, hey, that's me," and everyone was like, "We're just kidding." Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Wow,
yeah.
Did she sell it to them or no?
She sold it to I think somebody who didn't pass on the original, sending it out. But
that's the only time you could repitch. It's like, okay, repitch it, and you can use my real name now.
Yeah,
and it's just everybody.
She's pretty big, though. You know who did that too? Stephen King with Richard Bachman. Remember the Bachman books? He wrote under an assumed name because anything he's put out sold.
Yeah.
So I think he wanted to see exactly how his stuff was received. So he wrote The Running Man is a Bachman book. The Long Walk. There's one called Rage, which may have been retitled.
But didn't people
Thinner,
know that? Or was
Thinner is a Bachman book.
Really?
Yep.
So that was written under that title?
Under Richard Bachman, yeah.
Do people know that, or was that a big story right after it was like announced, hey, all these books are actually Stephen King books?
No, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think people knew it eventually, though. I think it came out after he wrote them as Richard Bachman.
So it was his. It was like when I got tricked by Garth Brooks being Chris Gaines. I was so cool.
You thought that was a brand new artist.
I thought it was a brand new artist.
And you were like, this guy's actually quite good.
It's one of the most hilarious things ever.
When he came out with the soul patch and everything,
dude, and like the hair that was like teased over one eye.
Yeah,
and was it a joke or for real?
No, it's for real. You've never seen this?
No.
It's amazing.
He put out an album.
Wow. And he was like, because Garth was so big, and he was like, I gotta go in another direction.
Did he look like Garth?
It looks like Garth, but it's like...
Is it believable that it's somebody else?
No. It just looks like you go like, what the fuck happened to Garth?
Oh. He's got like black hair that like sweeps.
And he had a story for it too.
Yeah.
He had a story like Chris's parents died when he was younger.
Ew.
And like...
and it wasn't like country. It was more like like late 90s, early 2000s rock music.
Chris is more sexual.
Way more sexual.
Oh.
Yeah. But then he said, because I think if I remember right, like Garth was hosting SNL. But the musical guest was Chris Gaines.
Oh,
so Chris Gaines performed,
yuck.
And then
it was the grossest. It was nothing more disgusting.
Everybody knew it was him.
Of course they did,
and he thought they didn't.
No, he knew that they did. He just said it's like his alter ego.
Oh, he admitted that it was him.
Yes.
Oh, that's not as bad.
But then he
wasn't
said
trying to sneak it
it's
in
still
there.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
You should see. Tom is showing Jim.
I don't know, but he showed me real Garth. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I guess.
But he said it was for a movie. He said there was going to be a Chris Gaines movie.
They started to make, and I think the whole thing wasn't that wasn't released, that they made, or did they release?
They definitely didn't release it.
They didn't release the behind the music, because I thought they did like a fake behind the music for Chris Gaines too.
They did some kind of it, but they definitely didn't do the movie. The movie never came out.
What kind of an asshole has an alter ego? It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
I don't know, Chip. We could bring
Scott
Aukerman in here.
I'll call him Scott Ackerman. Humiliate both of us.
Don just texted me and said, "Don't break before the end of the show." Because they don't trust that if we take another commercial break, that we'll ever get back online. Yeah, come on in.
Well, then Don should be.
Come on in, Scott.
How are you?
Welcome. How's it going?
Yes.
Yeah. Have a seat.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Well, I'll make sure the mic's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're good.
So nice to meet you all.
We're good. You know Tom Segura?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Jim Norton.
Of course, the legend.
Sam Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about projects, too, that haven't gotten picked up.
Oh, yeah.
We've all had them. And
yeah, 8 million of them on my hand.
It's the worst,
I
right?
went like 15 years with nothing getting picked up.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. I did Mr. Show in the 90s. And then I did the Mr. Show movie, and that was in 2000. And then I think Shark Tale in like 2004 was the next thing I got done, and then nothing until Comedy Bang Bang, the TV show.
Do you think after Mr. Show, are you like, this is just going to roll into like a ton of
I was young. I was like the youngest guy on Mr. Show. I was 26, and it was my first job.
Yeah, you're like,
and I was just like, I got it on lock now. Like I'm like a member of Monty Python or something. I'm like, and then very quickly in 2000, the Mr. Show movie ate shit. And then I wrote a Tenacious D movie that didn't get made. And then I wrote another movie that didn't get made. And I was like, what is happening right now? I'm supposed to get every project made.
At what point did you realize, like, oh, fuck, they're not all just going to get picked up? Was it one after, or were you like 2 or 3?
It was like 3 that happened at the same time. And I started, I just bought a house, and I was about to lose it, and my car got repossessed. And it was like, oh, this is what show business is, And
what were you doing for money in that 15 years where nothing was getting made?
The weird part is I would do 3 or 4 projects a year where I would write a movie or I would write a TV show and get paid relatively well for it, and nothing would ever get on the air.
We were just talking about doing a show on Spec that Tom was doing, and just nothing coming of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did one on Spec, and then I shot a pilot. I think actually your wife did
really?
a part in a pilot I did last year.
Oh, which one?
It was one for True.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And then I just sold another.
His was too close to the one that they already had on. His was Impractical Gestures.
At least change the title.
I thought they would air it just, for 15. But,
right.
But they, but just like that thing where when you're either pitching or when you shoot something on Spec, and then you go to all the networks, and then you're just like, what's next? And you just get the call like, no, it's done.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
It's such a bummer. I remember talking to Louis C.K., not to drop names, but I think he's a really good example of someone.
He's doing well.
Yeah, he's done really well. But I was talking to him when I was producing the live stand-up show that he would always used to do, Comedy Death Ray. And it was right when he had his CBS show that his CBS pilot that he made before Lucky Louie, before now Louie. And
was CBS before Lucky Louie? I thought it was after.
Maybe it was after.
Right.
Yeah, maybe I can't remember the chronology. But I was talking to him about it, and he was saying he gave some really good advice, which I've thought about a lot, which is you have to believe when you're doing something that with all your heart that is going to be the greatest television show or movie or whatever that is ever made, and you have to like think about it for the next 5 years and plan on it. And then the day they call you and say it's not going to get made, just say, okay, that's fine. And like take a day to be sad about it. And then the next day move on to the next thing, because otherwise you'll just kill yourself after every project.
He's nuts though. Louis is crazy. Like he has the ability to do that. Like just to shut it down and move on to that. I get married to them mentally and I just get so fucking depressed. And I'm like, it's just a validation. You're worthless, stupid. You always do that. It's hard to recover from that mentally.
You kind of have to be emotionally cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you do also know, everybody knows, like, especially comics who had like a pilot in 2006 and they bring it up like still like you're still not over.
Right.
it.
Do you have guys talk about the pilots in 06?
Oh yeah.
Ugh, I don't want to hear about Seinfeld show from Seinfeld. I need successful shows comedians have had.
But really, that was like 10 years ago. It's like, let it go.
So how did you get Comedy Bang Bang, the TV show, on the air?
That was a really weird situation where I kind of turned the corner mentally around 2006 or something, where my friend said to me, I would do what you did, Jim, where I would like be very into one thing that I was working on. And my friend said, and I was constantly broke too. And my friend said, you need to start stacking up like 5 projects at a time that you're working on, because you won't take it so hard when one doesn't happen. And you'll also be like simultaneously paid for a bunch of different things.
That's good.
So yeah, so I started just working more, cause I would do one thing and I would work on it for 4 hours a day. And then, so I took on a lot more work and started working a lot harder. And then I was in the middle of this like insanely busy period of my life. And I started doing the Comedy Bang Bang podcast, which was getting, relatively popular for podcasts 6-7 years ago. It had only been out for a year, but the executives at IFC really liked it, and they just flat out offered me to do a pilot. I didn't pitch it or I didn't go in and sell it. They just said, hey, do you want to make a pilot? Here's some money, and I just went and made it.
You just made this like absurdist talk show.
Yeah. And we didn't know what it was going to be. And up until when we were shooting, we were sort of like, I think it might be this. Or
how many seasons did you get now?
5. Wow. 110 episodes.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Last episodes ever.
And the podcast still goes?
Yeah. Still once or twice a week.
What's up with those downloads? Where you
what's
at?
Up with I don't know. I hear we get 2 million a month. Is that?
Hey, now.
Jesus.
Something like that.
Hey. One a week?
1 or 2 a week, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still a very popular podcast, even in 2016 terms.
Yes. Yeah, although not as popular as a WTF or, Nerdist or something like that. But yeah.
I guess. But you're going to keep doing
people
the podcast.
can watch it. That's why. It's hard. It's almost you're competing with yourself.
Right.
People can watch the show, so you probably watch the show and don't listen to the podcast.
Yeah, weirdly, the podcast is more popular than the TV show, strangely enough. Yeah. The podcast is, people like it more.
It's astonishing, like how some shows viewership is so you hear
it's
the numbers,
so low. Yeah,
and you're like, how does that stay on the air?
Yeah,
and it's still but because the spectrum's so wide and there's so many choices.
Yeah,
that there's really it's not like 20 years ago where there's a bunch of shows that get like 20 and 30 million viewers. Like that doesn't even.
What's interesting is shows now are what they call loss leaders. Mm-hmm. Which is a loss leader when you have a market is like the shitty lighters that you sell, and you sell them for less than what you pay for them. But it's to get people in the door, right? Or like the VCR that you sell for something, for lower than cost. So shows now are loss leaders where, the networks don't care about how many viewers they get. Like no one watches Comedy Bang Bang, the TV show. There would be some weeks when it would get a flat 0.
Wow.
And the thing is I read a really interesting article about Mad Men and why that got on the air. It was because AMC, which was the American Movie Classics channel, they just showed movies, and they were going to be dropped from cable stations because they're like, we don't have the bandwidth to have just a movie station on the air. So they knew that they had to make original programming, even if no one watched it. They needed to spend a lot of money to make something so that people would go, oh no, you can't drop AMC. I need to watch fill in the blank. And that's what shows have become now, is like they have these tiny, tiny niche audiences where they're very passionate about it, but no one really watches it, and it doesn't justify the money they spend on them, but it makes the brand, so in my case, IFC, people think that they need IFC on their cable packages.
Right. All right, loss leader. That's what I'm going to pitch my next show as.
Yeah.
I'm a perfect loss leader for you guys.
It's a loss
exactly.
leader. Yeah. That's what Walmart does, though. Walmart loses money on their gas.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way everybody drives to Walmart to get their gas.
And then while they're there, pick up the other stuff.
Grocery shopping or whatever it is.
But I mean, Jim, you have like such a passionate audience. I mean, you're like perfect for this kind of thing. And that's what I found in producing now is that if you just have a small but passionate audience, then that's what people want way more than something like Seinfeld, where everyone is going to watch it and everyone is going to be talking about it.
So I'm going to go to HBO and be like, look, you guys are on the fucking brink of getting kicked off of most cable networks. But I can help.
How difficult is it? Because you guys have brought in, like, with Comedy Bang Bang, but also with, like, Between Two Ferns. Like, what fascinates me most about Between Two Ferns is when people like a Hillary Clinton are brought in, and, like, it's so, the back and forth is so important on the show, and, like, Zach's delivery is just as important as, like, Hillary's delivery is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And every single person is different and has their own strengths. Yeah. Like the Barack Obama one and the Hillary Clinton one are really different.
Right.
So,
but they're like, because like Zach has to at some point be made to look like a fool, and like that's just the way it works. Do you sit there and do you coach Hillary? Like, do you write a script?
Obama's a good performer, by the way. Sorry.
That's the thing is, and it's insane that we are in a world where we're sort of judging presidential candidates or sitting presidents' performances. You know, like
how
why is that?
Entertaining they are.
Yeah. Why is that important anymore? But we do. It is what it is. But we sort of, every single guest who's on, we sort of try to figure out, what would they be good at, you know? And Zach and I sit and talk about like, okay, what kind of joke do you think that this person is going to be able to sell? What's the sort of feel of each one? And we knew Obama and Hillary would be really different. Like Obama, it was more of a thing where because he was a sitting president and they weren't going to allow him to do it the way we normally do, which is improvised. We had to script it more. But he is a pretty natural speaker, and so he was able to improvise on top of the script a little more. But with Hillary, we just improvised it and just like sat there and found it. Yeah, I would say 75% of it was just improvised, and then we did like another 25% was scripted, and most of that got cut.
When Zach said to Obama, "How does it feel to be the last black president?" Like, what fucking balls!
Yeah,
that was such a great, funny, ballsy question.
I will say, because I look. Every step of the way, I thought they were going to shut it down.
Sure.
So I kept trying to say, hey, we would rather do it improvised, because I knew that we wanted to do jokes like that. And I just assumed once they saw a joke like that, they would say, no, we're never going to do this.
Yeah.
To the White House's credit, they got that script and there was never an issue about that joke. They just approved it. And I couldn't believe it. I sat there by the phone going, okay, we're never going to do this. We're never going to do this. I'm going to get the call where they say no. They said yes. We were even in the White House about to tape it, and Zach was looking at the script and he goes, oh, I'm going to cut that joke. They're never going to let us do it. And I said, no, it's approved. And he said, it is? And I said, but he was just nervous about saying it.
He was actually nervous to ask.
He was actually nervous about saying it, and he was like looking for any excuse to cut it. And then I like made him, we have sort of a good cop, bad cop thing where I like make him do the hard jokes. Because I know those are the ones that are always going to be the ones people talk about.
Right.
But when we're taping something, he'll often say to he has a list of the jokes, and the other person usually doesn't know what they are. And he'll often say to the person, oh, I don't want to do this one. He goes, Scott, I'm not going to do this next joke. And then he looks at me expectantly, and I go, no, Zach, you have to do it. And I have to be the bad cop so he doesn't look bad to the person doing it.
Yeah, fair enough. That's good. That's smart by him.
Yeah. So we do that all the time, and then I'm the person, like, for instance, in the Natalie Portman one.
Way to sell him out, dude. Jesus.
The Natalie Portman one, there's a joke about, like, you shaved your head for V for Vendetta. Did you also shave your V for vagina? And he didn't want to say it. He didn't want to say it, and he made me go, Zach, you have to say that joke. That's going to be the one everyone talks about. And then, of course, she reads and goes, it's not that bad. Go ahead and say it.
Now, when you do the Hillary thing, I imagine you said you improvised. Do you have way less time with her than you do with a regular?
We did. They actually only wanted to give us like 20 minutes. And I said, I'll do a 20-minute thing with you as long as there's no expectation of me putting it out, because I won't put it out if it's not good.
Yeah.
And that made them say, oh, okay, we'll give you a little more time. And they were great about it. They ended up giving us, I think, 35 to 45, and then said, just keep taping, and I'm sure it'll go longer. And we ended up doing like an hour or 5, an hour 10, something like that. Yeah, so it was really nice.
What's the standard time with an actor?
We have done them. Brad Pitt took a very short time. That was about an hour, but normally like 2 hours. Bruce Willis took 4 because we lit Zach on fire in it. And so there was a lot of just prepping with that. But normally we like to find it a little more and have a little more time.
Was there a moment like where you're like, oh, fuck, that question really backfired and that person got furious?
There have been a couple where I think the person has not been too happy with it when they've actually watched it. I mean, we always say to the person, like, this is not a prank show. We're not trying to make you feel bad. If there's ever a question where you're like, hey, don't put that in, we'll, certainly listen to you. And a lot of times now with the bigger guests, you have to get, they sort of you have to show it to them before you put it out.
Yeah.
And there's always a conversation.
You gotta show them a cut.
Yeah, we'll show like the last 4 or 5, we've had to show the people a cut. And then, there's always a conversation where you say, oh yeah, this is a very typical reaction to watching a Between Two Ferns for the first time is, you go, hey, how come I don't have a bunch of funny lines, or how come I don't look like I'm having fun? The shoot was so fun. I want to look like I'm having fun. You have to say, well, it's Between Two Ferns.
Do you ever say, have you seen another one?
Yeah. I mean, you have to just go, that's what these are, is you have to look like you're not having fun,
And people know that you're in on the joke, though. Obviously, people watching it know that the person voluntarily is in on the joke with this show, so you're not being like you said, you're not being ambushed.
Yeah,
everybody knows you signed up for this.
Hopefully, I mean, what was weird about the Hillary one was it's the most popular one we've ever done in terms of numbers. It got 35 million hits the first day.
Whoa!
And then now it's up to 60 something or so.
That's like my podcast, dude. It's way up
there. But I noticed that people from both sides were sharing it. And the people on the Democratic side were saying, look how cool Hillary looks. And the people on the Republican side were saying, look how Zach destroys Hillary.
Yeah. Right.
And they had no idea that she was in on it and wanted to do it.
Well, it's funny. I don't think the majority of people watching realize that it's filmed the way you would film like a skit. Like there are these breaks, and that you are like Zach is breaking character on set.
We try to make it look in real time,
right,
as much as we can. And we do. There's a lot of like sort of visual tricks that we do to make it seem in real time, and editing tricks. But I mean, they're shot like over an hour or
so
two.
Do you not like the do you not like pranking and stuff like that when somebody is really like doesn't know what they're getting into?
I get really weird about it. There's some performers that love it, you know? I mean, I've had to do pilots where I've had a prank element to it, and I remember I did an Andy Dick pilot, and that was, the network was just constantly saying, can you have a prank element to it? Because whatever show was popular at the time, I don't know, Jackass or whatever, and I just get weird about it. I remember I went out on Hollywood Boulevard with Natasha Leggero, and for a pilot I was doing, she was a cast member of, and we were doing sort of a prank thing, but it wasn't even pranking them live. It was in editing. It was a question and answer where it was like, Natasha asked a bunch of questions saying, who is your childhood hero? And then out of the 50 questions, there was also like, who's the worst person of all time? And they'd say Adolf Hitler. Right. And then in editing, we were going to have the person saying, who's your childhood hero? And the person saying Adolf Hitler. And her going, wow. And the first person who did it said, oh, I see what you're doing. You're going to edit in all these responses to make me look bad. And all the planning that we had done over the 2 weeks, and you're sitting there nervous and you feel bad. And I just I hate doing stuff like that.
I hate it too. Pranking is silly. It's you'd rather just kind of let them know that they're going to.
Yeah. I like people having a good time, and I like when people are on Comedy Bang Bang, I like people going, wow, everyone said my episode was really great. I like that way more than someone being upset, even though it's happened a few times with Between Two Ferns.
I need the car because I got to go piss. I hate to walk out while you guys are talking, but we can't break because there's a problem technically. I'm going to piss my pants.
Bye. And you need a card to piss you, like it's a coupon?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little thing that you normally when I walk in the men's room, I have a drill.
How did you feel about when Reggie Watts ends up going and doing? Yeah, you got to get camera ready. When Reggie Watts ends up being the band leader on James Corden's show, and he was coming from being I don't want to say the goof band leader, but like Comedy Bang Bang,
the ironic version of it,
the ironic band leader, and then James Corden's like, no, he should actually be the band leader. Are you like, well, no, because I kind of have a talk show. You can't just take my band leader.
I mean, it was interesting because I think Reggie was going to probably leave the show anyway, so I definitely don't feel like James Corden stole him or anything like that. And I think Reggie is doing something different. He literally is a band leader.
Yeah, definitely.
He has a band, and so would I say it's the most genius thought of, of all time of like, hey, we should get Reggie Watts to be a band leader. You know, it's like, well, yeah, he already is one.
Right.
But
it is funny to see him too. To go from like, isn't it funny that I'm Reggie Watts and I'm the band leader, to being like, no, I'm Reggie Watts, I'm the band leader.
Yeah, exactly. So, they're two very different shows, and I mean, Reggie is, I can imagine anyone seeing him and going, I would doubt that James Corden ever even saw Comedy Bang Bang. So
really?
Yeah, I met him the other day
he hadn't seen it.
At a wedding, and I expected some sort of like, oh yeah, Comedy Bang Bang, we got Reggie from you or whatever, and he looked at me like he had no idea, like I was someone with a blurred out face or something.
That's what I would have done though if I took your band leader. I'd have been like, what's your name?
Yeah, I don't know.
That dude, by the way, Reggie. Like I've seen Reggie get a standing ovation on an 8-minute set in LA.
Right?
Isn't that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
I'm serious. Like 8 minutes.
So he just goes up, kind of just
with
does
his talent, with record something, like basically make a song and be like, good night, and you're like, he just did 8 minutes and he got a standing ovation.
It's crazy. I didn't understand it the first time I saw him because I thought everything he was doing was planned.
Yeah.
And then the second time I saw him, he did a completely different set.
And you're like, whoa.
And I went, oh, I get what he's doing. He's literally improvising every single thing he does on stage. And I was like, oh, okay, I love this. This is great.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
How did you feel about Reggie Watts leaving?
We just talked.
You didn't steal my question.
Why are you ending the show? Comedy Bang Bang, by the way, is on Fridays at 11 and 11:30 on IFC.
Yeah, two episodes in a row.
And they're doing...
It's our final 10 episodes.
Right. And you're very excited. It seems like everything I've heard you talk about it, you're very, very excited about these 10. And you're treating them like we're going to throw everything we have at them.
We really we knew it was going to be the final 10, and I wanted to do every idea that we had always wanted to do, and just really, although the entire run of the show has been sort of that, has been me saying, hey, I've always wanted to do an episode where it's all in one take, and we'll just do it. So that's kind of Comedy Bang Bang anyway. But this was like, okay, we got to get in all those crazy idedas that we have been saving up.
You've done a whole episode in one take?
Yeah, well, every act was one take.
Oh,
so, but the first act is a 15-minute long act. So it's all one take.
Like Ed Wood, how great, a man his size would have trouble walking through a door.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I kind of was debating whether we would end it or not. The problem with doing a TV show, especially that many episodes, is you really start to run out of ideas,
right.
And you really, I think at one point a writer pitched something and I said to her, not only have we done it before, but you wrote that. And she went, oh yeah. Right. So I really didn't want to do another season if it was going to be like, I want to do it for the money, or I want to do it just to have TV show, or it was really a question. And I talked with Neil Campbell, our executive producer, of like, do we have more ideas? And at a certain point I thought, I think we do. And then Weird Al Yankovic became the band leader.
Right.
And he's so passionate about the show and loves it. And he really wanted to do another season. And so I started kind of feeling like, I think we can. I think we could do another season, and but still not sure. And so when IFC reached out to me and said, I think we want to, end the show, not because it's terrible, but because, 110 is good and we should just end it. I kind of was like, oh, that's a bummer, because we just started thinking maybe we could, but at the same time, I'm sort of a little relieved.
But you don't have to,
so you're not going to do it.
This is the end. Yeah.
And you don't have to be the bad guy now when Weird Al's like, so we're going to do them, right? Well, the network doesn't want to.
Sorry,
what can
buddy.
I tell you, dude?
But I'll just, I want to do something different with Al, so it's like, I don't know, Comedy Bang Bang is so hard to do, and it's such a labor of love, and we, it's such an intense process to make it that I'm sort of relieved that it's not happening anymore.
How long an episode?
We had to do an episode in 2 days. That's how long we had, but they had to be really long days. So they had to be, sometimes the minimum is 12, but sometimes it would be 14, 16. You'd go 17 hours or something. It's like West Wing hours to make a dumb comedy show,
And it's funny because like on a talk show, it's like, you write the monologue and everything, but then, there's a team, you do a skit, then you do the interviews,
and
or
you're
whatever.
taping it in real time,
right?
Usually,
like there's not this intensive amount of writing that goes into.
Yeah, we would
Comedy
write
Bang
for 4 months before we started taping it. The season where we did 40 episodes in a calendar year, that took a year and 9 months to do.
Whoa.
So it's so much time, and and we loved it.
Yeah.
But even just producing the show, trying to get all the talent involved, like if you watch an episode of Comedy Bang Bang, you not only have the guest who's on the couch, who's like usually a major star,
right?
But you have people like, that I've always wanted to work with, like Michael McKean from Spinal Tap, doing parts in the storyline, or, you have Lynn Marie Stewart from the Pee-wee's Playhouse, and wrangling all of those schedules. The last week of the show was so rough, us trying to put together the finale and then us also trying to wrangle everyone's schedules, that I was like, I am sort of glad that this is ending a little bit.
Do you like pitching comedy to like celebrities that may not be their strong suit? You know what I mean? Like when you have like Kevin Bacon, for instance, on the show.
Yeah.
And you want to do like a 6 Degrees bit, but it's different, but I have to pitch him a Degrees of Kevin Bacon bit.
Usually the process is it gets sent to his people, and then you either get pushback, and you start realizing this person is never going to actually do the show.
Right.
And that happened a lot of times where someone would schedule a date, you'd send them the material, and within 24 hours you'd hear they canceled. And you'd go, oh,
wow,
they hated the material. That happened all the time. And some people would cancel twice. Like there was one guy who canceled at 6 a.m. the day of shooting.
Wow.
And we had to scramble to find a replacement.
What was the reason given?
And it's always something of like, oh, our schedules have changed, or, but all the time it's the material,
Right.
and you try to work with him and try to make him happy, but certain people will never be happy.
Is it contingent upon that person? Like, can you plug someone into the bit, or you're like, oh, we got to like rework this whole thing now?
Sometimes we've taken a bit that we've written for someone and given it to another person, but normally it's like if, you write a bit for Weezer, it's Weezer specific, and when they drop out, it just, but,
Weezer.
But for like a Kevin Bacon or something, the best thing is when they say to you like, well, Kevin Bacon is not very emotive in terms of like, his responding to material. So the best thing he did was he read through a sketch with me and went, huh, funny. and that was like as big as he got. And I was like, wow, that's a big compliment. Yeah. But like Josh Groban was on, and he like personally called the writer over to tell him how much he loved the stuff. And was like, you are really taking care of me. This is such a good script. Thank you so much. And that's when it's really fun.
Josh Groban loves comedy, though, right?
He does. Yeah, he's a big comedy fan.
Yeah. And he's been in a bunch of stuff. Do you worry at all? Like, so Comedy Bang Bang's coming to an end, and you're probably in your head going, like, I'll be fine. I'm going to move on to the next project. But that's what you said about Mr. Show, too.
Right. No, I mean, once you get something on the air, you almost feel like you have to hold on to it, because who knows if the next thing is ever going to come.
That's why last seasons are very rarely good. That's why a lot of last seasons of shows,
they keep going too long.
They go one extra one. It's like the fucking, Ali Trevor Burbick. They just won't stop because there's the money.
Everyone always talks about the shitty last seasons of a show like Scrubs or whatever, and I just didn't really want to do that. I wanted to make sure the last season was really good.
Is that a notoriously bad last season?
I think that's one where it didn't even seem like Scrubs anymore, because it was all like a new generation of cast, and the main people were only doing like 1 out of 2 episodes or something,
Like when Archie Bunker's Place, after Edith dropped dead, and he had, what was the kid's name? Steph? The little, you remember the little...
Right, yeah. And it's always because it's like, we have a good thing going, we have a good brand, let's just milk every last drop of it. Luckily in TV, like with stuff like Lost now, you have creators pushing back on that and saying, no, I mean, we don't want to put out terrible seasons of the show. We want to put out,
Well, Seinfeld was famous for that too.
He ended it on his own.
They offered him $5 million an episode. He said no.
Yeah.
Although a lot of people would say, well, why still do it after Larry David left? He still did 1 year right after Larry David left, So it's like, and people would say to me, why do it after Reggie left? So
you're gonna be broke in a month, dude.
I know. I know.
Has anybody or have you been tempted? I would imagine that as Between Two Ferns got bigger and bigger and became this kind of internet phenomenon that it is, that people had to have come to you and Zach and pitched it as like let's make it bigger, let's do it on TV, let's combine it with this. Yeah, let's do a movie, let's do something. Like, how do you have the discipline to realize that this thing's place is on the internet and we just do it sporadically? We don't do it regularly. Yeah. We don't tie it in with a bunch of other stuff. We just do it.
I think the problem when you have something that's successful is everyone wants to make it bigger and better.
Right.
And you really have to rebel against that a lot. And you really have to say, like, okay, now that we've had Obama, my friend was saying to me the other day, you can literally get anyone on Between Two Ferns that you want, right? And you have to say that, yeah, but the bigger thing is not always the better thing, you know? Like, you can have some hugely famous person on the show, but if Zach and I look at it and go, oh God, that episode would be terrible, we just don't want to do it. Like, you really have to feel passionate about the thing you're putting out. And it's a balance, you know. We looked at the Obama one, we looked at the Hillary one, and we were like, do we want to do these? And we had very, you know, frank conversations about, you know, we've had a good run, we can just say no, you know. And so I think rebelling against the trying to make it bigger is something to really always do. I would love to follow up the Between Two Ferns Hillary one with some like rando celebrity, like, you know, the third lead on Modern Family or something, and just do a funny one, you know. Like, I'm way more about, like, I just want it to be funny,
right?
You know, with the Hillary one and the Obama one, you know, I just always wanted to say, like, okay, we won't put it out if it's not going to be funny. If you're going to make the jokes lame or tame them down, I won't do it.
If he were willing to do it and you thought like this would be a funny product, would you have Trump on to do one?
No, for both reasons that you said. He would not be willing to do it. Mm-hmm. It would not be a funny product.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I just don't want to be around.
Well, that
him,
I understand,
you know?
that part.
So
yeah.
there have been people who have wanted to do it over the years that we go, it would probably be funny, but just the making of it would be
terrible.
Yeah.
And you said no to people.
Oh yeah, we said, yeah. I think the weirdest thing, I think Gary Johnson like wanted to do it.
You got to get him. He's having a meltdown. This is perfect.
I just got this email from, like, Gary Johnson would be willing to do a Between Two Ferns. It's like, oh really? You would be willing to do this thing that like, you know, 60 million people would watch? Oh, cool.
That's very cool.
Oh, that's thanks so much.
Yeah, I mean, every interview he does now. Yeah, but he's. You might as well just air the interview of him on MSNBC or something. Every interview he does is a breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. He'd be a good one because he's ready to fucking lose his mind. It's
right.
fun to watch. Because he had some interview with some like guy just questioning his tax policy, and then like at the end of it,
he got so mad.
Oh my God, it's so great.
Yeah, I love watching it. I love watching him. Does the White House like reach out to you and go, "Hey, we want to do something with President Obama"? You know, we're thinking that your show might be a good fit, blah, blah, blah.
That, for the first one, we were constantly reaching out to Obama saying we wanted to do one with him.
It's something that you specifically wanted
for about
to do.
4 years before we did it.
Wow.
And just trying to break them down to where they would agree. And then at one point, 2 years before we did it, we heard he might do it. And then what I heard was that he did a Reddit AMA instead. You know, it's like, I'm not sure how those are equitable. Like, why is it one or the other? But
it's like internet stuff. Like,
I heard his daughters loved it too.
Yeah, his daughters loved Between Two Ferns, so I think we got in, you know, somehow. But yeah, that usually happens. I actually think that Obama's people reached out to us about doing another one, like maybe a year or so ago, and then Zach and I were saying, why go back to the well? You
right.
know? I mean, it's like we did, you know, we've never had a repeat guest at this point.
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Repeat guest.
Yeah, I
guess.
They
try to get him on this show, and we always say no.
Right.
We're just book solid.
Yeah, we got other
hard
stuff
to open
going
time
on.
in the schedule.
But that said, I think, you know, now that he's out of office, it might be interesting to go back to it. You know, you don't want to repeat yourself either. I mean,
right.
You know, I don't know. Some people love to repeat themselves.
It's all we do on this show. Day in and day out.
Well, when you're doing this much comedy, you have to like hit the same things over and over.
But that's why you guys are good, though, because you're able to say no or to genuinely weigh if it made sense or not.
Right.
Yeah, the joke in the Hillary Clinton one that I was like, I still think about, and like with any other election, the candidate would have left was the white power tie.
Right.
Like, you're basically kind of implying that the guy running against you supports white power, the white power movement.
Remember when the person in the audience to John McCain said that Obama is a Muslim, and he very rightly shut her down and said, no, he's not.
Yes.
He's a good person.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
It very easily could have been that.
That's what I thought was
Trump wasn't a racist. Right. You know, so
yeah, Hillary was just like, yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm with you.
It's such a weird campaign, isn't it? It's so crazy.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's nuts.
They're both really good, so it's hard to pick.
You're an undecided, right?
I am actually. I still don't know. Yeah.
But he likes them both so much.
I do. I find them both so delightful and engaging.
I don't know. I can understand wanting to. I don't know how you can be undecided at this point.
Nobody does, but I really am.
I mean, I can understand not wanting to vote for Hillary Clinton in a way, or just thinking the whole paradigm is needs to be upset. But Trump isn't going to upset the paradigm. He, like everyone says he is, like, oh, he's going to get in there and really blow it up. He's a billionaire.
It's an outsider, bro.
He's going to make everything good for billionaires in a worse way than most presidents already do.
I would consider Gary Johnson if he wasn't such a dope.
Yeah,
I just don't want to vote for.
I think a lot of people were excited about that possibility.
Yeah,
he was revealed to be such.
Hillary
a dope.
to me is a big part of the establishment. She's
right.
a very bright person.
But the establishment is better than. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Like you want someone to come in and actually fight for the little person.
No. I mean, Trump's not going to fight for the little person. He doesn't give a fuck about me. She probably cares more about me than he does.
Yeah.
But I just think it'd be great just to see somebody go in there and just wreck it for all of them. That's what I want.
But I think it's going to be wreck it in a terrible way that's going to make it even worse for the little person.
You may be right, but my life isn't that great anyway. I'm willing to let a guy with a fucking
that's what you see nowadays is everyone just going like, look, no one's been paying attention to me. My life sucks. Let's just say fuck it. You know?
I mean, that's what that movement's about. For him, I think a lot too.
He's the wrong person for that movement. Yeah, I appreciate that movement.
I think
the
only good thing he did was open up the possibility of a true separate outside of the system candidate. Coming up. So maybe 2020 or something.
Someone who doesn't have to constantly micromanage everything they say.
Yes.
That's what people I think respond to is a guy who doesn't apologize and a guy who just goes out there and tells it like it is.
Clearly
Unfortunately,
ignores.
his like it is really, really scary.
That's the problem.
I just don't see anyone. That's exactly what it is. People think, oh, everyone's just a bunch of racists who like Trump. It's not that at all.
Yeah.
You just like the idea that somebody is not one of them, even if that's the best choice.
And he's upsetting them. Like the idea that the mainstream media and the people who are in power and all these people all hate this guy. It's making the people, like you said, whose lives suck now.
Totally
People
understand
that are
that.
struggling get excited by that.
Yeah.
If you're like, well, wait, another Clinton? Fuck that.
Exactly. No, I mean,
I want the one that makes you mad.
I totally get it. It's just unfortunate that the person behind the whole movement is just, I mean, even setting aside his kind of un-American things he says, or even setting aside the sexist stuff he says. I mean, I think women kind of get it, like when they see a guy like that going wrong, and shutting down a woman they've been in that situation too many times. But putting aside all of that, he's just a billionaire who wants to make sure that stuff is good for Trump, like that he gets more money,
It is funny when he talks about like the laws that he's taken advantage of. And how if he were president, that's why you should vote for me, because I have taken advantage of the laws.
He will never do that. Can you imagine getting into office and saying, okay, now I'm going to pay taxes and I'm going to change the laws so I have to pay.
Right. He won't change them so he has to pay them, but he'll change them so that other people can't have the advantages that he has. I mean, it's not to make anything better. It's to be like, well, now all the stuff that I got, you can't have it.
He's
now
an ugly, naked version of all of them. He's no different than any of them. They're all shitty, self-obsessed. Self-absorbed people. They're just really good at hiding it and really good at putting an altruistic face on it. They're all the same.
He just can't hide it.
He is them naked.
Yeah.
That's exactly. He's not like this. He's not even that much of an outsider in that. He thinks this. Like he said, I know politicians. I've put money in all their campaigns. They've all dealt with him.
Yeah. I do think that there are politicians out there who truly, truly care about people who are less fortunate and who want to make people's lives better and are worried about things like wealth inequality. And I personally believe that Clinton is one of those people. And I think that because of the public face that you see on her, where she's micromanaged to such an extent, if you just talk to her, you get a sense that she really does care about people and is trying to make things better. But it's unfortunate that we don't get to see that side of politicians normally, and that so many politicians are people who are just trying to stay in power and, I don't know.
Trump's compassion is not his strong suit.
No.
Not his strong suit.
Did you feel like you got any real insight to Obama or to Hillary when you were doing the shows with them, or is it more they're just here on the job doing
I feel like with Obama, most of my interactions with him were, the first day was all about the job, and then when I met him at the White House, it was just a 5-minute meeting with my wife, taking a picture with him. So I didn't really get too much of a sense.
You didn't take a picture the first day?
We took a group picture, yeah. But with Hillary, I think there was a little more downtime where we were setting up shots, and so she and Zach were talking, and she was talking about some really interesting things about, number one, how long the campaign is, and how the length of the campaigns now, which are sort of based on these antiquated campaigns used to have to be a long time because you had to get the word out to the entire country, and it was very difficult to do. It's insane that they've been campaigning this long.
Right.
There is no reason for them to do a year and a half.
It goes up and down arbitrarily for no reason whatsoever.
That is a good point, too. Years ago, you were on a train going from place
and
to
place. Trying to get newspapers to talk about it so people would read about you. And nowadays, we just see a year and a half every single day of this stuff, and it's just
you really
numbing.
want it to be over. I want it to be over so badly. I mean,
I'm enjoying it, though. It is. I like the fact that after this fucking election, they're both going to need a shower. That just feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hate Obama. I actually like a lot. Like, I think he's a very genuine dude. But most of them I don't feel are genuine people.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch them clawing at each other. It's just satisfying.
Did Hillary smell okay?
I never got in on that. I think
close enough.
I mean, I was the Bill Clinton's quotes. This old mistress came out and said that
there was one of Bill Clinton's old mistresses. Allegedly, whatever. She said she was his mistress in the 70s, and she said Hillary Clinton had terrible hygiene and greasy hair. So, you'd be a guy that I would talk to about that. She said she had very bad body odor, which I'm assuming if she had terrible body odor, you would have noticed.
I probably would have noticed
but
that.
You didn't notice
And
that.
one can presume that what was maybe, how everyone did it in the 70s would be updated throughout the years.
Yeah, you could. Or
did you hug her?
No. I believe
handshake.
I shook her hand, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think hugging is weird for women in general, like making a woman hug you. I always feel bad. My friends who are women or like my coworkers who are women, I think, isn't it weird that we expect women to hug?
Well, don't forget, men have gotten more affectionate, too. Like, years ago, Tom Jones said that his father, was like one of those old Welsh guys, would shake a man's hand once, and the next time he saw him, the guy shook his hand and he goes, I already know him. Like, it was bizarre to touch that much for a man.
Right.
And now, guys are like, we're very affectionate.
Hugging.
Like, much more. I think even men are like that with each other.
Yeah.
But there is that whole thing. Like, for years, I would hug women. I would always just kind of come up from the back, and I would just scoop them up.
You would?
And then,
oh, dear.
You got to be careful of the creepy hug. It's gross.
Sometimes, but you can take a beat, and women will lead. Sometimes
they'll lead. I always try to make them lead. Like if a woman wants to hug, but I also think it's sort of been programmed into them that they have to ingratiate themselves.
It's the female greeting.
I always just try to do a handshake because it's like, why, just
do you kiss the hand? Do you
especially someone who yes. I try to kiss the hand. I present them with a red rose.
Yes.
I try to do it classy,
No, that is true. And then women pretend not to notice that the guy is hugging way too tight.
Yeah, or like trying to rub up against. Yeah, it's just, to me, it's just,
if you give a respectful, like if it happens, it's kind of the same way you'd hug a guy. Like you fucking keep your crotch back.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a polite
pat on the back several times to make sure that they know you're not like
kind
enjoying
of
it.
hip into it. You lead with the hip.
Yeah,
but it is a little weird, the whole hugging.
Guys are hugging more though.
I agree.
I think that's right.
If you just hugged everybody, I would sort of get it. Where it was like guys, girls, anytime I see another human being, I'm going to wrap my arms around him.
Against you.
Oh my God! Is there anything that you're specifically looking forward to the most, as far as people seeing the last 10 episodes? Like, is there one?
Yeah, I think there's the Allison Janney episode is really interesting. We're like sort of satirizing those very special episodes from the 80s where every sitcom would do an episode about some big important theme.
Sure.
Oh, the sitcom episode with the message.
Yes. So we're doing
like Dudley in the bicycle shop.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! How hot was that, Mr. Carlson from WKRP in Cincinnati?
That's your thing.
Yeah, trying to toss Arnold.
The Maytag repairman.
Yeah,
he was also that. Yes, that's
so
what you're
funny.
into.
I love how fast Mr. fucking Drummond got over there too.
Oh yeah, he did.
Amazing how fast they get over there. Dumb Dudley just
almost
there.
like he had been waiting for it. Look, I mean, when you think about it, Arnold is kind of like the child molester's dream. He's never going to get bigger. He's going to get older where he's legal, but he's never going to get bigger.
Yeah.
We have that. We have, the last two are really great, I think. And the one coming up this week, Jason Mantzoukas is the host and I'm the guest. So that's fun for me. I always wanted to actually, when you host a show, you never get to experience what the guest gets to experience. So it's cool to like do everything. I wanted to do it exactly like they do, where I didn't know the questions. I come in from around the corner. I hit my mark. I like shake their hand. I sit on the couch. I wanted to do
they don't
all
know
of
the
that.
questions first when they're in?
On Comedy Bang Bang, I never tell them the questions. No.
So what is the material that they have an objection to?
We'll do sketch questions that we weave into the improv as well. So, if you watch the show, it's kind of, it goes back and forth from improv question, sketch question, improv question, sketch question. Yeah.
How do you go to your next project without that kind of the kind of autonomy that you have at Comedy Bang Bang, right? Like you figured out this thing and it's your baby and you get to kind of have control, I would think, over most of the elements.
It's tough. I'm actually talking to someone right now about writing a show, and I really started having this feeling like, do I want to, someone else would be producing it? I was like, do I really want to be in a situation again where I've had it really good with IFC where 95% of what I turn in, they are fine with. And then the 5% that they're not fine with, I argue with them and they give in to another 3, you know? Right. So, and Between Two Ferns, again, we just put it up the way we want to put it up. So it's kind of a difficult situation, trying to imagine, you know, I would love to act in someone else's thing and just like, hey, it's your thing.
Right.
Let me just act in it. You know, you put it together however you want. But if I'm writing it, it's kind of one of these things where I sort of want to have control over the finished thing.
Because your name will be on it. They'll use your name, and then all of a sudden it's not what you want.
Right? Yeah. But the next thing I'm doing, I can't really say what it is, but it's coming out in February. It's like a thing where I have control over
a Valentine's Day movie. Those are always fun.
It's a sequel to Gary Marshall's Valentine's Day, a spiritual sequel.
Was that Gary's movie? That the one with every celebrity in it?
Yeah, he did Valentine's Day, then he did New Year's Day, then he did Mother's Day, right?
Yeah,
the trifecta.
Yes,
of terrible.
Is it a movie?
Were they bad movies? I didn't see them.
I only saw the first one.
Was it good?
No.
Yeah, no. It was cast. That's the movie.
It was definitely cast. It definitely
cast.
was up. It was all up there on the screen.
Yeah,
it was definitely all right. Yeah, it was a finished movie.
How does your wife? Is your wife glad that you're not going to be doing? Because it seems like Comedy Bang Bang is an extreme amount of work.
Yeah, there was a period last year where we were both doing our own separate shows and we would never see each other. And now she's back directing her show this month, and so I'm never seeing her, and I'm a little more at home. But it's
Do you
tough.
do well with downtime or no?
I want more of it,
yeah.
Honestly. Like, I have a stack of books I want to read and, you know, a bunch of movies that I bought that I want to watch. But then I just get in these situations where this new thing I'm working on, my friend called me and said, hey, do you want to do this thing? And it sounded so fun. I was like, okay, let's do that for 4 months.
Right.
And then it's every single day you're working. I don't know. It's tough. I'm kind of a workaholic.
But how much time is okay? Like, you want to read books and how much time can you read books where you're like, okay, now I'm panicking?
Yeah.
Can you do a week of that or a month of it?
I went on vacation with my wife to Costa Rica, and I was so burnt out. This was a couple years ago, and I brought some books. I brought Tina Fey's book, and I read Tina Fey's book the first day in Costa Rica, and I was like, and it inspired me. I was like, oh man, I want to write a book. So I spent the rest of the vacation writing a book pitch, and when I got home, I sold the book pitch. It was like, I can't turn it off for some reason. Like, anytime I have downtime, I'll read something or I'll watch something that'll get me inspired to make something else.
Yeah.
So.
Well, creative shit's weird because when it hits you, you're like, I'm afraid
I got to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to forget it all.
Yeah. I text myself. I'm so scared that I'm going to lose like what could be the great idea.
Yeah.
You know, it's called, a lot of people would call it desperation, which is maybe you start to panic. Like, I can't fucking just let this go.
Like, it's the only idea you'll ever have.
It's the only one I'm ever going to have,
Yeah.
and this is the one.
Yeah.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
Well, they're confident that we can take a break.
Oh, they are? Okay,
They
cool.
are.
Good, because I had to. All right. We have plenty of time for that.
Right. So we're going to take a break. Scott, thank you for coming by, man.
Thank you, guys.
And you can watch Comedy Bang Bang. The last 10 episodes are on IFC. They're on Friday at 11 and 11:30 p.m. So check them out while you still can.
Yeah,
and,
please.
And, of course, the podcast.
Podcast is every week.
Yeah.
Check that out. Not going away.
Right.
But the TV show is.
Awesome. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Scott.
guys. Really Such great. A pleasure.
And we'll be back. Tom, you're sticking around, right?
Sure.
We'll be back with Tom Segura right after this.
More Jim Norton and Sam Roberts live from L.A. on the way. Live from Los Angeles, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts are back.
Button, I'm going to bring us back.
Already hit the button.
Welcome back.
That's not that
Jim
good.
Norton, Sam Roberts, chilling out here in L.A.
Oh, that sounds so unnatural and stupid.
It's fucking the way I talk.
No, it isn't.
Welcome back.
Why are you revving up?
Jim Norton, Sam Roberts, chilling.
Welcome back to the show.
Out here on the left coast, New Yorking it up in L.A., bringing a little New York flavor.
To what?
You know, these people put pizza on their pineapple on the pizza.
Their pizza on their pineapple?
Well, if they drop it on the floor.
Welcome back to
we
the show.
threw those two fucking guys out. Me and Sam alone again.
You getting edgy?
Yeah.
Good.
Scott had to go, and obviously, and did he have to leave?
Scott, yeah.
Yeah, and so did Tom.
I felt bad. Tom Segura had to go, and the first 20 minutes of his spot on the show was everybody in New York trying to figure out what studio to go to.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Whole damn thing. I know, Scott. We have so many mutual friends for the last decade.
Oh, well, excuse me, Mr. Hollywood. Apparently, you don't need me.
Everything you just said is great. So we had, his peas were popping a little bit, so I had a guy put it on. So I hope that helped a little bit, but he didn't have a windscreen. He had a different mic
What the
setup.
fuck does that have to do with you having mutual friends with him?
I was just chatting with him outside. I was just saying that...
It sounds to me like you just wanted to mention that you have... Because you go, Scott and I have so many mutual friends that I put a windscreen on his microphone.
No, I don't think that's a big... Scott Aukerman was... I'm a stand-up for 26 years. We should have mutual friends. But I was saying that we put the thing on his mic. I just remembered, like, I hope that, because as I'm talking, I'm so in the moment. I glanced to my right and I realized there's now a mic wind screen on there. There was not before.
Right.
So it made me want to say it before I forgot. Like, remember when I said I have a creative thought and I don't want to forget it? We did try to stop the peas from popping.
So you were worried that, like, this afternoon sometime you'd be sitting in your hotel going, fuck, I forgot to mention the windscreen thing. I didn't do the windscreen break coming back.
I would have said fudge, first of all.
I'm sorry about that, then.
I don't use oh, God damn it. Oh.
Why'd you do that?
That's the signal for language.
Oh.
Oh, bad news. The iPad.
Oh, bad news. What's that?
The iPad died.
What do you mean it died?
It wasn't charged yesterday, so it's dead now.
Oh. What's wrong with...
Wish you were holding it on your chest.
Here's what happens, Jim.
So plug that motherfucker in.
You and I...
Just unplug the goddamn thing. What is it, the Whopper?
You and I leave New York. What's all that noise that's going on? What studio are you guys in?
We're in the comedy bullpen.
Oh, so everybody's doing their comedy work?
Everybody's actually working.
Are they ignoring you?
Yeah.
When I did a show, do you remember? Were you there when I did a show in there?
I was there when you did one, yeah.
I was so annoyed the whole time.
Where was the comedy bullpen?
It's literally in the comedy office.
Yeah.
I was like, literally, I was in there doing a show, and everybody in the room just ignored me.
Yeah, there's a real hustle and bustle that goes on in that room.
That's what happens, though. We leave New York, and the back home staff, they all go on vacation. No charging the iPad. Doesn't matter if we get on the air or not. Everybody puts their feet up.
Adrian's charged it up to 4% if you want some sounds.
We don't need 4%.
Sure.
Adrian's charged his performance up to 4%. Did you hear what Lil Wayne said that was going everywhere this morning?
What?
Lil Wayne was on Nightline last night. And they were, you gave me this look just now like, no! Yeah, Lil Wayne was on Nightline. And they were asking him about Black Lives Matter. Now, Lil Wayne has previously, the rapper, come out and said that...
I know who he is.
Okay, good. He doesn't agree that racism is still a problem, necessarily. Okay. That was audio of Lil Wayne on Nightline.
Yeah.
So they asked him about Black Lives Matter. And this is what Lil Wayne had to say.
Play the clip.
Okay.
What's your thought on Black Lives Matter?
What is it? What do you mean?
The idea is that there's this movement called Black Lives Matter, thinking that the rest of America didn't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter.
It just sounds weird. I don't know that you put a name on. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police for a up reason. I am a young, black, rich. If that don't let you know that America understands Black matter these days, I don't know what it is. That man white. He filming me. I don't know what you mean, man. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matter, especially to my
Do you feel, though, connected to...
I feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you do, you crazy as you, not the camera, you. Feeling connected to something that ain't got nothing to do with you. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, I ain't connected to it.
He could give two shits about Black Lives Matter.
Why is he on Nightline?
So they could set him up in a situation like this, obviously.
You know what I mean? Like, again, nothing against Lil Wayne. He's a fucking great guy to listen to.
You're saying he's not the political newsmaker that we need to go for two opinions for on a news program.
No, it's silly.
Yeah.
I'm glad he said that. Good. Fuck them.
You don't think it comes across as like maybe he hasn't realized that he stepped outside of the black community at all?
I don't care about that, and he doesn't give a fuck about that.
He doesn't?
No, I like him. You know why? Because he's an individual, and I'm sure he thinks about the black community, but I like Lil Wayne because he kind of just says what he wants to say.
Yeah. He's got a lot. He's been he's fairly heavily criticized.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care about the criticism?
Do you think he does?
No, not for a second.
Do you think it bothers him?
No. I think Lil Wayne is a deeply disturbed, crazy person.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I mean...
Does he have a lot of fans?
He's got a lot. Well, yeah, I mean, not as many as he used to. But he's got a lot of fans.
He wanted to come on the show, and I kiboshed it.
Why?
Because of the fucking language.
Ever since you met Scott Aukerman, you're just turning down guests because you want to be like him.
So what?
You just, anytime we get...
No, that's not true.
Yeah, but Lil Wayne, I like the idea that Lil Wayne, doesn't feel the need to be representative.
Right, attaboy.
Of anybody.
Taste the break, Trev.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, he is sitting there going like, well, look at me, I'm very successful. So that discredits everything Black Lives Matters is talking about.
I don't think he's saying that. I think he's saying, I worry about me and my life, and those guys don't have shit to do with me. What they're doing doesn't have anything to do with me.
But he did say, of course Black Lives Matter. That white guy is filming me.
Yeah, there you go.
And I don't think that that's representative of, like, the larger black community.
You're probably right.
Probably, right?
You're probably correct.
You could probably be out-argued on that point.
Yeah, maybe. But then, on Nightline, he must know what he's talking about.
He is, yeah. If they're going to put him on the big news show.
Absolutely.
Big pundit, Lil Wayne. Let's get him on there and see what he's got to say.
Let's see what he's got to say. I'd like to know. By the way, this microphone I'm using, much better than the one in New York.
Why do you say that?
I just like the windscreen. I like the way it's set up.
I think you like it because it's you can see that it's golden. And
it is golden.
And it makes you think that it's a high-quality microphone.
Stay gold, pony boy!
That's so funny. I'm so glad that you brought that up. That's such a great reference. Jim wants to go on, well, we were talking about...
Well, let me see if they ask first. Don't say it.
Okay, don't bring it up?
No, because it wasn't brought up on the air.
I hope it happens. I hope it happens. I really, really do. Did you hear about the Iowa cops getting killed?
Good segue.
Well, it wasn't a segue. It was just moving on to the next topic.
Oh, all right, man. I thought you was trying to boost me up and shit.
You, Chip? Why would I try to boost you up? What did Chip think about Lil Wayne?
My mother loves him. So what happened with these Iowa cops? I didn't hear it.
Well, 2 Iowa police officers were fatally shot in their patrol cars in the Des Moines area. And they were separate, but they both seemed to be ambush attacks. So, like, people went out to kill cops.
Jesus.
Is what it reads like to me. One of the cops...
Oh, it wasn't 2 guys in the same car?
No. It was
it was 2 separate. Wow.
Yeah. One of the cops was found dead at about 1 a.m., in a Des Moines suburb. The second, it was a half an hour later, and it was a couple miles away in Des Moines proper.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Police had little information on a possible suspect, but had received a description of a pickup truck. So that's all they know. Well, that's all they're saying anyway.
No, he's been picked up.
They got him?
Yeah, that was an update. It was one guy. It was one guy.
It was just a guy by himself deciding to go. How'd they get him?
I don't know.
There's probably dash cam footage of the car or something. I don't know how often the cops have those cameras on, but...
What a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
What a fucking... And that he did an ambush style. Just everything about it is so, like, cowardice. You know what I mean?
Cowardly.
You could say it's cowardice.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
So is the word cowardice not a word?
No, it is, but not in that context. It's like if I said, wow, Sam is really stupidly. People be like, that applies to Sam's behavior and how he does things.
But it wouldn't be the right context of using that word.
Yeah. I visited a cop who got shot recently.
You were showing me the photo.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up, but you were talking about that. And he was talking about how all these other cops, because he's still in the hospital, he's going to be okay. But he's saying all these other cops from the town that he's in, because he's not even in his own city.
Yeah.
They're all showing up these Philly cops. It's so great. He said they're showing them up. They're bringing them breakfast, lunch, fucking dinner. They're keeping them company.
It really is amazing. You completely lose sight of that when you talk, because of course you have to pay attention to the people that are unfairly being victimized and the citizens and all that stuff. Of course you do. But at the same time, everybody forgets that, like, these police officers are human beings that are just doing this every day.
Every day, and he's an Atlantic City cop named Josh, and he got out of the car. There was they came upon a robbery. There's a fucking robbery happening, and these guys the two cops get out of the car, and like one of the guys committing the robbery, just turns around and starts firing and gets shot in the head. Like, he told the whole story. So it's like, there's cops that do bad stuff. This guy was literally just trying to prevent somebody from being hurt. He's going there. There's an armed robber, and he's trying to protect the guy who's being robbed, who I think what might have been I'm not sure was the most upstanding citizen himself. And he winds up getting shot in the head just getting out of his car. Like, that's the shit these guys deal with.
Which is the complete opposite of what we just heard from Lil Wayne. Like, the attitude of, like, well, if it doesn't have to do with me, I don't give a fuck. I don't blah, blah, blah. This guy, what he does for a living is he leaves his house, he finds people in trouble, and then he puts himself in harm's way.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
And it's like, it really, especially now, isn't brought up enough how much of them go through this stuff. They did find this guy. His name's Scott Michael Green. He's the suspect that they've brought in on the Iowa police shooting. It said 2 weeks ago he was asked to leave. He was asked to leave a high school football game after he waved a Confederate flag during the national anthem. So he's just a fucking lunatic.
He's just a cunt.
Asshole.
If it's him, he actually is the killer.
Yeah.
He's just another mentally ill.
Who's just convinced that he has all the answers.
Oh, that's, you know what?
He's going to change the world.
I've been seeing this guy's face on the news all morning. We've been talking, so it's kind of hard to see exactly what. And he popped up on Drudge, I think. There, okay. That's
the suspect, you mean?
Yeah. That makes sense that's who that is.
Yeah.
What a fucking...
But he's just so convinced that he's right and everybody else is wrong, and he sees things this certain way, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
If you're that angry, and you hate everything, take the gun and stick it under your chin.
Yeah.
Just stick it under your fucking chin.
All your anger goes away.
Blow your fucking brains all over the ceiling fan.
Yeah. And let Travis kick his underwear onto it.
Yeah, exactly. That little creep, little twink creep over there getting all those dicks hard inside that comedy little staging area.
What? Oh,
Travis.
You think all the guys who work at the Comedy Channel are all walking around erect?
Fuck yeah. Do you see that red sweater picture?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It says that this guy, the police chief, did a press conference, and then it said this guy who was brought in was in a dispute with his mother, and that the two were involved in a court session on Tuesday. They said they didn't know whether it was a civil or a criminal case. But him and his mommy got into a fight, and it had to be taken to court.
Just another worthless, fucking, just a waste of space.
It was two sergeants, two police officers that were shot, just fucking sitting in their cars, and they worked that 1 a.m. shift, which is probably the worst, because working that shift as a cop has got to be either nothing is going to happen or the worst possible thing. Like, working during the day, you have to deal with a lot of shit, but for the most part, you probably stay busy and it's minor stuff. Working overnight like that, it's either nothing or the one thing that you do not want to be involved with. You know what I mean?
It's just a shitty job.
It really is.
Fucking crazy, shitty job.
Yeah.
Firefighters are a little more nuts because they're running into a burning building. But cops, it's like, you understand what you're in for with a fire. There's unpredictable, but you're not actually going to be trying to help somebody who turns around and kills you.
Yeah, firefighters have figured out, to the best degree that anybody can, how to kind of deal with fire.
Right.
Like, or you can back away from it or whatever. You don't have to live with this idea that, people are mad at cops. Nobody's mad at firefighters. Nobody's going to shoot firefighters.
Right.
You know what I mean? The unpredictability of, I don't even have to be in a situation where there's trouble and somebody could decide it's time to go fucking kill cops. Is that, to me, is the craziest part of all. And that's what makes it, I think, psychologically even more crazy than firefighters, although I don't have anything bad to say about firefighters either, quite frankly.
And why is this fucking guy just going out shooting cops? Did a cop testify? Maybe it's probably some dispute between him and Mommy.
Yeah.
And a cop testified against him or something.
And he was already mad because a cop made him leave the high school football game because he couldn't wave his stars and bars around.
No.
And now there's a cop who's saying Mommy was right and he was wrong. And he's a big boy now. He can be right sometimes. So he's got to have his revenge. Super villain that he is.
Just shoot yourself.
Yeah. Make it easier on everybody.
Suicide is very sad for a lot of times, but a lot of times it's not.
You don't think? You think that there are a lot of instances where it's really not that big a deal?
Do you know how many times suicides probably save us from fucking assholes like this? Do you know how many suicides? And again, I know it's hard to go on the radio and encourage suicide, but I'm saying, like, it's not all tragedy.
Right.
It's not always a great guy that does it. It's sometimes guys like this who are going to go out and kill cops or do other things who save everyone a lot of trouble and kill themselves. Like that guy that shot his fucking fiance.
Yes.
If he killed himself, people would have been like, oh my God, it's so sad. She rejected his marriage proposal and he killed himself.
But in actuality, it's great.
It would have been phenomenal because she'd still be alive.
If that guy, this guy who shot these cops last night, if he had gotten upset because he couldn't find any, if he had gone out to shoot cops last night and he couldn't find any and he got upset and blew his brains out, I don't care if he's leaving his mommy behind or not. It wouldn't have been a sad day on earth.
No, people would be saying how sad he shot himself.
But we know that it would have been a great thing.
It would have been a great thing.
Would have been a great thing for the planet.
So glad they got him. I mean, I doubt he turned himself in.
No, I'm sure he didn't. He's a rebel, you know.
Yeah.
He just lives by his own laws. He lives the way he thinks that Americans should live.
And I would like to know how they got him, because a lot of people would say, now how come this guy was taken alive and unarmed guys are shot? Like, this is the guy that they should have shot.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been upset if they'd shot him.
Not at all.
I like it better when they take people alive, to tell you the truth.
Why? Then we have to hear them rant and read why they did. I don't want to hear about like Dylan Roof. I know you got to prove somebody guilty.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes it just helps, like just shoot them.
Yeah.
A guy like that, you just shoot.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I always like the idea of knowing that at some point they're going to be sitting in a jail cell and they're going to grow out of it. And they're going to realize that everybody's forgotten about what they did. Nobody's paying attention to them anymore. I pray and I hope that they will get to the place where they regret it.
You know,
not even they can regret it from a selfish place. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that they're like, oh, I was a bad person, I shouldn't have done that. Like, oh fuck, now I'm stuck in this jail and nobody even remembers I ever lived.
So what does it cost? They say $30,000 a year to keep one of these animals alive.
I guess so.
So let's just say that Dylan Roof, whatever, had been shot in the temple, or this guy had just been killed by the police if he's guilty.
Right.
That's $30,000 a year we could do with something else.
Right.
To do something else with.
It's the cost of a bullet.
I would much rather fucking spend it on something else.
Yeah, but you also can't, like.
Of course not. I'm just speaking emotionally.
Right.
Of course it's not practical. The cops just can't kill you. You have to prove he might not be him.
Right.
This guy literally might just be an asshole who has a truck like a guy who they arrested.
But we really think it's him. All right, shoot him.
Yeah.
But he did. This guy did.
Did you hear what he did last week? It might be him. All right, get rid of him. Yeah, you got to prove
let's
him
kill
guilty.
him.
He's got to be guilty.
Gilly?
You got to be guilty.
Oh, I see.
Proven guilty.
That's great.
Do we have to wrap up soon?
Yeah, we got a couple minutes left.
I hope so, Sam. I'm enjoying our time together.
If you want to call in, it's 866-969-1969. You can also follow us.
You can call the Death Squad if you want to.
Yeah, you could.
Someone suggested why we don't call us, because we're the Death Squad with Rogan.
So you think our fans should be the Death Squad?
Death Squad, yeah. And there's a picture. It's Travis in a Christmas sweater with the dog, and it really is. It's how I want to be seen.
Right. I can't wait till that photo is on an easel in front of a coffin one day.
How big's the coffin?
Hopefully it's an urn because you were burned.
No, I know where Sam's going.
I didn't mean that.
Travis was hoping that I just wanted his dog to die.
Oh, that's funny.
Wouldn't that be great?
Sam's
Wouldn't
very
that be great
on board with my dog dying.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
terrible.
it's a French bulldog. It can't breathe properly.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Yeah, the dog being euthanized wouldn't be the worst.
You just
thing in
pinch
the
its mouth and nose and tell it you love it as it
Right.
fades away.
This little square coffin because the dog is short but fat. It's 2 foot by 2 foot.
Exactly. Take that boxy shit maker and fucking squash it.
Yeah.
Put Purell in its eyes, then kick it into a wall.
Right. They can't make it an open casket because the doctor euthanized it and then stomped on its skull.
Stepped on its stupid, non-breathing head. You know how much better your family's going to sleep without that snoring, boxy heap of shit?
That's what I would do. Yeah, if I was a cop, I'd be like, all right, we're going to shoot him because he's a murderer. And then stupid Travis is out just walking his dog. I just turn around and shoot the dog, too.
Just shoot it.
In front of me?
Just get rid of it.
And right in front of you.
What's its name?
Dexter.
What's this lump's name?
Dexter. Yeah, you know what? Maybe Dexter should have lasted about as long as that series did.
You know how they should? You know how to get rid of Dexter? Dexter, they should sit Travis and his family in a room, and then go into another room with Dexter and hang him.
So mean. Who'd hang a dog?
Oh, they should hang him.
I'd be fine with that. And Dexter is struggling for breath, but he can't breathe anyway.
And he's looking at the family like, "What have I done?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? I have so much love."
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or no, you're in another room behind glass, so Dexter can't even feel your energy. He just sees you looking in your red sweater, remembering that Christmas photo.
Right, and he's looking at Travis going, why wouldn't you save me?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you save me?
The Tefts are crying, but making no effort to help.
Right.
Why?
You're
just not.
The Tefts are crying, but they're also they're online going through new puppy websites.
Yeah, absolutely. Betterdogs.com.
Let's go to Steve.
Yes.
In New York. What's up, Steve? You there, buddy? Do we have phones? Am I picking them up now?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't pick them up.
Sure you can, you queen.
There you go. Steve, you there?
Yes, sir. How are you guys doing?
What's up, buddy?
It costs $65,000 a year to incarcerate a person. And as long as they're alive, there's always hope to themselves that they'll get out and they'll get psychiatric help.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if the guy who fucking shot Reagan is walking the streets
That's
now,
right.
You're right. Anybody can get out.
You're right.
I guess that's the thing. Like,
Right.
I want somebody to live the rest of their days in some kind of psychological torture, but odds are they won't, will they?
Well, you know what you could do? You lock them in
that?
a cell and have Chip sing songs to them all the time.
Just put him on an airplane with Chip. That's torture enough.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not. I know what Sam does is because he hints for songs.
No, I didn't hint. He brought up this song. I didn't even say anything about this song.
Yeah, but you knew what he was going to talk about.
We were talking about how much it costs to keep a person incarcerated.
I'm not going to play the song.
Okay, good.
But I do know what everybody wants.
What is it?
I'm not playing it. I'm just the opening to it.
Right. I just hope you remember to dance.
Hey, what's up, party people? It's all about theft in this great country. It's the testification of the U.S. of A.
That's all you're getting.
Is that you in your apartment or the hotel room?
I don't remember. Probably my apartment.
Just sitting there by yourself making up these stupid songs. That's your life. That's your life. There's so much that could be getting done, and it's just not happening.
I know. Instead of writing a script.
Right. You're writing Chip songs.
I'm not writing them. They just come and they get spit out into the thing.
Yeah, but you remember them.
Yeah. It's just mental illness.
Singing about dancing and whatnot.
Sam wants me to... Okay, there's a song that's been stuck in my head for a month.
Did you make it up?
It just came one day.
Just like me.
Yeah, exactly. But I wasn't looking at other men nude when it happened.
Just struggling to get to the most basic possible.
Yes, you're gay. Don't let me forget that I danced.
He's been singing that the entire time we've been here. I'm
It's
on the elevator.
line.
I'm in the car. There's one line to the song.
Don't let me forget that I danced.
He just keeps singing it.
And there's no reason for it.
Over and over.
It crept into my fucking head and it won't go away. It won't go away.
That's like, yeah.
That's why some people shoot themselves too.
You should try it.
Don't let me forget. I can't deal with it anymore.
You think so?
Yeah.
People come up with terrible songs that they can't get out of their heads?
It won't go away.
Oh, boy. Well, we're going to go away.
I'm at the Improv Friday.
Yes.
And again, a whole bunch of dates, Saratoga Springs, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Hartford, Connecticut, a whole bunch of shiznit.
And should we plug you on TV tonight?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be on At Midnight on Comedy Central. You're right.
Yes, at midnight tonight, you'll be able to see the wonderful Jim Norton. We'll be back here tomorrow. I believe we have Bill Burr coming in tomorrow. That's going to be very, very exciting for us in studio.
And thank you for
not letting you forget that you danced.
No, thank you to our guests.
Yes,
Scott Aukerman and Tom Segura.
Yes,
great.
And we'd like to apologize to Tom Segura for the gross incompetence of some of the people. I don't know who yet, but some of the people in New York, as he sat here for 15 minutes waiting for us to go on air. However, tomorrow we'll be back and better than ever. Here, live from Los Angeles, 11 a.m. Eastern. This will replay up until then. We'll see you. Goodbye, everybody.